Yeah, glitch the guarantee. E.N.E. With your boy shit. Glitch, nigga. Shit, I'm about to flood the streets like when the levees break. Criminal minds, my Garcia can navigate. Flowing while I'm blowing this gas. Nigga, no brakes. Niggas not seeing me ever. I mean, no dates. Fuck around and end up gone. You get in this place. E.N.E. the shit that I claim. You dealing with grace. Took over the game by storm like Rain's mixtape. Thankfully, I've been up in smoke like my mixtape. Counting cheddar shit, I'm about to make a grilled cheese. Niggas be faker than bad bitches with good weeds. On my John Wick shit like Keanu Reeves. Replacements won't be enough, you need the whole team. I've been a G since I could finish my ABCs. Kept it a buck so real niggas look up to me. This butcher boy shit get crazy. When it's sick of me, I'm coughing out these dope bars till they sick of me.
Can't get rid of me, still can't find a remedy. Still blowing palmers, if it comes to Hennessy. E.N.E, we own our shit independently. When I go out on a limb, I take extremities. I can see right through transparency. Heard their self-esteem low, insecurities. Now or never, like glitch the guarantee. What's the recipe? King L's Reflection 3. All these chapters in my life, you can turn the page. Books can't tell you my story, gotta live a day. Glitch got my back, yeah, you can copy that. Man, we control the seat, you can copy that. Leave your whole state red like Republicans. Putting fire on the track, now it's bubbling. Put your boys E.N.E, you in trouble, kid. At first 100 mil, you can double it.
Let's go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. Automatic nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Blow sick, corona, jealous in the motherfucker. Can't even take a step, that's how far I trust you. This black boy turned to shining king under pressure. West side fat jacks, I took more to measure. Shave the extras, that's business, starter fees. Street blues, what I taught, royal blood flowing free. Power on my mind, knows the gang is kind. Read between the lines, it was in my eye. If they ain't got real lines, it ain't hard to spot a counterfeit. Undefeated, ultra real, Fern Gully Mountain shit. Couple hot shots, turn on the frozen margaritas. Even better when it's served with some flawless features. Next year they gotta pay for these flawless features. Flawless victories from the flaws that they teach us. Now my flow imitate how I board the plane nonstop. The little J gon' take over with my time side.
Yeah, I get right to it. My nigga, we beg your pardon. We putting niggas back in boxes. Yeah, they be harder. My flow be retarded. Sick, I need hella help. My groove came back. This must be how Stella felt. We just started kicking it like a yellow belt. We all made it to the pros. This is how LaMelo felt. You better yell out help. Here comes the double team. You catch me in the spot, then you know that the boy is clean. The Louis V look mean with the magazine. So if you try it, you get shot. No vaccine. If you was asleep before I came, then I'm the caffeine. I pull the jokers out the deck. Yeah, there ain't no laughing. In CEO fashion, we sticking to the business. Wouldn't even let a vegan knock me off my chicken. Something about the VVS when the sun is hitting. Should be flashing like the lights when you getting
Let's go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Your brother representative, aka Stop the Fact. We here, man. Friday night, you already know what it is, man. Friday night wrapped up, man. It's about to get real crazy tonight, man. Nah, not really, though. We got a lot to talk about.
Guarantee. E.N.E.
I do things for myself.
2020 got me seeing so clear.
You know, just like
Put your boy shit.
They come out.
Lost and glitch.
Pour up your drink, roll up your drink. It's Friday night. Let's go.
We cool niggas. This is the
Boogie
cool.
Major.
We on the rise now. Middle fingers in the sky now. Rolling haze, so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down. And we listen in the top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit you should fuck with. E.N.E, throw it up shit.
And we stay ballin', like we sponsored by Spalding. Ball looking for the falling, soldiers all fall in. And we go all in, while we listening to all in. While you all talking, we smoking and coughing. Till we land in the coffin, glitching, nauseous. Yeah, stepping out office. Yeah, it is that bullshit. Killing in vain is vanity. Yeah. Do it again, it's insanity. Yeah. Nauseous a real vigilante. Yeah. Killing these kids is plan B. Yeah. Hood is too hot with an antifreeze. Yeah. Blowing on leaves from these planted trees. Okay. Don't break the code, this family. Okay. We cutting off legs like amputees. Mouthful of the Japanese. Yeah. Ever our cook is a masterpiece. Yeah. When money talkers be Guapanese. Okay. Fire and flame mixed with gasoline. Sick. Passing my sons, that's a legacy. Sick. Study the gang, how they testing me. Yeah. They dropped the ball, man, that's incomplete. Beat them so bad, make them retreat. Yeah. All of these gems you can retweet. Yeah. Play with your boys on repeat. You pay the price with your receipt. Yeah. Below $1 million, flipping it. Okay. Everyday noise get sickening. Trying to flip bills to trillions. Turning these good girls to villains. Lyrics is sick. Butcher shit. E.N.E clip what we represent. Put it on wax like a candlestick. Yeah. We moving units and measurements. Okay. Cooking it up in the lab. Yeah. We just performing experiments. Yeah. Since I'm the bomb atomic, these rappers out of my element.
We on the rise now. Middle fingers in the sky now. Rolling haze, so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down. And we listen in the top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit you should fuck with. E.N.E, throw it up shit.
And we stay ballin', like we sponsored by Spalding. Poor looking for the falling, soldiers all fall in. And we go all in, while we listening to all in. While you all talking, we smoking and coughing. Till we land in the coffin, glitching, nauseous. Yeah, stepping out office. Yeah, it is that bullshit.
Glitch, nigga, perfected my flow. If I'm on the track, then you know it's a go. The guarantee, nigga, and I guarantee treat the gas like the Clippers. You know I'm a choke. Only exotic when blowing the smoke. No one ahead of me. I got the recipe. Do this shit easily. This is my destiny. Sick throwing lobs. I'm dunking on everything. Niggas is sick. And I got the remedy, what I prescribe is extra artillery. Get in my zone and start going berserk. I'm feeling like Clay when he went off for 60. With the bullshit, swear to God you can miss me. Best friends with the money, Aaliyah and Missy. I come from the bottom, to try me is risky. Throwing this K like that bitch is a frisbee. Real talk, let me lock in, show these niggas what I do. Axe Rain, I be standing next to players too. Front line shit, nigga, I'm the fucking truth. Top 6 ever of the 5 in my group. Niggas still bang top down in the coop. Put your boy up and we coming for the loot. E.N.E shit, we the best, yeah, it's true. This the guarantee. Nigga, this is what I do.
You already know what it is, man. Friday night, but we here. Everybody get. Yeah. We here. It's Friday night. Just got paid. Party's jumping. And I'm looking flying. It was good with y'all, man. Yeah. What up? It's your brother Virgil Beard, aka Stats with Facts. And y'all know y'all tapped in, tuned in to another episode of 8 Real Talk Podcast, Friday Night Wrap Up. What's happening? It's a beautiful thing. It was a beautiful day in my city of Columbus, Ohio today. I mean, it was truly beautiful. Sun shining. It's warm. Even right now, 70-something degrees outside. Feeling beautiful, 76 degrees outside. You understand what I'm saying? Beautiful evening, dry. You know what I'm talking about? And it's a beautiful night to have a show. You know, and a lot of interesting things to discuss this week, man. And y'all know we're going to get straight to it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. And you know we're going to do it like we used to it. Dalton, what's good with you, homie? I don't think I ever see your name in my comment section before, but welcome, brethren. Everybody's welcome, man. You know, over here at A Real Talk, man. Everybody's welcome to tap in, man. And we gonna get to it. Waiting for my brother King Els. Hold on, let me hit King Els up to see if he's still tapping in, because he sounded rather inebriated when he sounded rather inebriated when I talked to him earlier, man. Let me call my brethren real quick. See if he tapping in, man. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. What's happening with everybody, man? How's y'all doing on this beautiful evening, man? You know, how y'all doing on this beautiful Friday evening, man? Hopefully you enjoying it, because I know I am. This is when they got me a fish dinner. I'm feeling all right. You know what I'm talking about? Uh-oh, L ain't answering the phone. Oh, there you go right there. There you go right there. L, oh, hold on. I ain't gonna cut my camera on just yet. L, what's happening, man? We ain't getting no sound. Tox Beats, what's good with you? I can see you, L, but I can't hear you. L got the audio situation going crazy right now, man. We all the way live. You know, I'm about to come up here in a second. Just give me a few ticks, a few clicks. You understand? Let my man L get his volume right, get his audio right. Your talks, man, you know, chilling like a villain. You know, not doing too much of nothing. You know? My brother King L get his audio together. In the meantime, between time, what's good with everybody, man? Tap in, man. We here. We just here. We just here. I hear something, but I don't hear you.
What's good, man?
Okay, I can hear you now, brother. Els, what's happening?
Shit, chilling out. Let's get into the house, chilling out. You already know what it is.
Yeah, man. You know, it's Friday night, man. We're going to get straight to it. You know what I'm talking about? It's a beautiful evening. Beautiful evening in the city, man. You know what I'm talking about? If I do say so myself. You know, we just came from the, give me a fish dinner. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah. I did the same thing. Went up to the old Wales, known as Royals now, for lunch. I had to hit the old spot, you know, last Fish Friday for the Lent season. So, man, that shit was perfect. I ain't been there in years. Had me a nice little meal today.
Yeah, I went and got me some fish and some greens and some macaroni and cheese. You understand me, man? It was beautiful, man. Delectable. You understand me? Shout out to the people up there at the Empire Lounge. You know what I'm saying? The food is already hot and fresh. You know what I'm saying? The fish and the chicken just be fried to the perfection. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You already know, man. You already know what it is. Shout out to my nigga Sam, man. Shout out to my homie Sam, man. You know what I'm talking about? Interesting week this week, man. There's so much stuff to talk about. I don't even know where to start, man. You know what I mean? Like so much craziness, but we're gonna start with this right here. You know what I'm talking about? All right.
What's the word? What's the word?
Hey, shout out to the homie C Hood, man. Go subscribe to the brother, man. He do dope content over there. You understand what I'm saying?
What's the word? YouTube. We back with another one. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the page, share this video. Today's video, we got Carmelo Anthony, man. Not the basketball player, but the young man, the student, outstanding athlete, 4.0 grade point average in school. You know, he just had an incident where he ended up stabbing and killing a twin brother of the Caucasian.
Hold on, let me see something real quick.
Alabama, you really dumb.
All right, we're gonna do this one here.
Let me guess. You're thinking about going to therapy. And as a therapist myself, of course I'm going to say that's a great idea.
What's the word, man? Not the basketball player. A lot of people making it a racist issue, some black versus white type stuff, when really neither one of these kids got any racism in their background. They got no racism in their background. But this just go to show how messed up the country is, America, that they instantly drive a wedge between these two because they black and white, man. This couldn't just simply been a student that's in high school attacked enough that he would, man. They end up, and this ain't the first time NBA young boy done did something like this. Somebody who just came home from jail himself, $1,000 bond, that it didn't look like he would be getting out of jail. But that's not what we came here for today. Actually, we came because NBA young boy, that $250,000 bond that he had, well, NBA young boy donated $200,000 just to help this young man get out of jail. I think that's a terrific act for somebody who just came home from jail himself. He know exactly how jail affect people. So his best move was to help him. I think it was a great act. And then people study be like, how NBA young boy study getting out of jail. This ain't the first time NBA young boy done did something like this. And when judges see that he do stuff like this, man, they
right. First of all, shout out to my young brother Carmelo Anthony, man. You did. We got our little bro to damn near $1 million. Gonna get our little bro the best representation he can get. You understand me? Hey man, shout out to NBA young boy, man. Not really a big fan of his music or his antics, but he get a salute from me for this gesture right here. That was some real shit. You hear me? And I just want to say this before I pass it to L. You know what I'm talking about? However you may feel about this situation, right? You know what I'm saying? Right or wrong, indifferent, whatever. I think it will be best if we wait till everything comes out in court. I also want to say that as Black people, whether we feel about however we may feel about our young brother Carmelo, we should be supporting him 1,000%. No matter if you think he was in the wrong, intentional, whatever the situation is. Because I'm telling you, other people gonna ride for theirs regardless. They could be dead wrong, and they're gonna ride for theirs. Support them, get them millions of dollars for their legal fees, and possibly, as been proven recently, be up on stage with the president and get it totally exonerated. So, you know, shout out to NBA young boy for doing some real shit, man. All that money some of you niggas be getting, do something good with it like this for your people, man. That's some raw. I think this is the best news, some of the best news I've heard all week. And I'll pass it to you after that, yo.
Yeah, I heard about this earlier when it happened. Yeah, I agree with you on everybody, you know, just kind of waiting until the facts come out. I've been seeing so many people divided with what's going on. And I'm always, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, you know, as a guy that's been through some shit, you know, I understand the law. I actually went in jail and had to do some shit that I ain't even had to basically, even if it was a week for some shit I ain't do, you know. But at the end of the day, man, when you go through these trials, I know it's a very stressful time on the family, the person going through it, both sides. You know, in this case, you know, somebody lost a son, and on the other side, the son is going to have to live with, you know, what happened for the rest of his life. So they already going through a lot of trauma on both sides of the family. I seen where the family's dad, tried to tell people to, try to bring people together and stuff, and they kicked his ass out when he was trying to be positive, but I think the lawyer on this case is a cornball. I'm gonna keep it 100. It's a spectacle right now. Let's just leave it at that. This case has turned into a spectacle. I don't like that because it's people's lives at stake here.
Right.
I don't like when I start seeing the circus acts with the cases and the press conferences and all this. Like, it's starting to look like a money grab from different angles. And I'm gonna just wait until everything is done. But I'm gonna just tell you like this: like the way I stand, I always stand on right and wrong. It ain't no black and white. You know what I mean? I definitely get what Verge is saying about how people stand up for certain things on certain sides, and yeah, I definitely get that. But we just at this point gotta wait to see what the facts are, and that's what it comes down to, man. When you get to these type of cases, murder cases, nobody wins. I think everybody's looking for a win in a situation that's already unwinnable for both sides.
Right.
And I think that's where I think a lot of people, and I will say our culture is a very emotional culture, and they react very emotionally off of a lot of situations. So I think in a sense, I get the emotions. It's what comes with the territory when you deal with cases and high profile cases like this. But I also tell people, outside of your emotion, think logically, and just listen to what goes on, the facts, and that's how you base your decision on how you move in any type of court case. I learned this a long time ago. I used to do case studies in college and stuff like that, with court cases and shit like that. So I had to learn the way to really analyze and look at the case for what they are, what you see, and kind of remove your bias from it. And I think I'm desensitized to shit like that in a sense, because I've actually, had to read through cases. We had homies that went, they got killed when we was younger. I don't know if Verge ever read the case of our homie, but I was I was at court for a lot of
I rough for a little bit.
Yeah, I went to a lot of court cases, so I seen that shit at a young age where I actually sat through trials of murder cases, and it ain't fun.
It ain't nothing funny about it at all.
It ain't fun. You hear a lot of things. Both sides going to try to say something about who a person was and what they was doing, and the case I'm talking about was black on black, but it was definitely difficult to hear what they bring out. So when people get mad about what's being said on both sides, I'm like, that's what court is. That's what. Whenever you got cases, you got one side trying to prove a case from the other side. So one side gonna say certain shit about the other side you may not like. They dig into the history. That's how court cases are. That's why I say when you come to emotions, I think a lot of people have never really sat down and went through a trial where they had to hear how both sides pull on the emotional heartstrings of the jury. The jury hasn't even been selected for this. And what I see in this case with the way things is being presented is, it's going to be hard to find a jury that ain't hip to the case. It's definitely going to be hard to find anybody that's kind of non-biased. And some of these cases come out like this, Now in the social media era, it's just too much accessibility to information. And now people are way more informed on cases that they may not even really shouldn't even know about. But this is a very high profile case. And it's going to be a difficult one for people to really get through and hear and understand what's going on. But at the end of the day, we just gotta go off the facts, like Bird said. The facts is what we can only go off of.
Yeah. And that's a fact, because as a person who's been in front of these courts, and they They're roughly all the same across the country, give or take. You know, small nuances, but they're basically all the same. Yeah, and I'm telling you right now, man, you don't want to be going in front of these courts, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially for a situation like this. But laws are in place for a reason, right? And I think it comes high time for the laws to apply across the board. And I think racial fervor that's being garnered online from this is that on a wide consensus on the white folks side. I think they're kind of feeling some type of way because this is normally a situation that would be in reverse. You know what I'm saying? So, we hearing white folks talking about racism and all this crazy stuff, which could be true to some extent. We're not saying the case is totally about racism, but racism is definitely involved. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, the courts and all the evidence is going to come out in court, and I respect the family for making the statement they made when they said they do their representation, their spokesperson whoever do this, like we're not going to discuss anything outside of what we're allowed to, you know what I'm saying, or what makes sense to couple with what we're allowed to, because there's so many narratives being spun around social media, like El said, that I'm just to the point to where I'm just standing 100,000 toes down with my little bro. And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I encourage the rest of us to do the same, regardless of how we may feel about it. I encourage you to do the same, because I'm telling you right now, other folks going to ride for theirs way before they go against theirs with your black ass. So.
But I just feel like.
Don't forget where we at. Don't forget where we at. Do not forget where we at. Don't forget the history.
The thing I'll say is exactly what you said at the very end, the history. Do people want to go back in history, or do they want to try to go forward?
No, we're going forward, but we never going to ever not forget the history.
That's the only thing.
Listen, we're going to, especially over here at A-Real Talk, we're going to remind y'all white folks of y'all's history every single trip. I know I am. I ain't never going to let y'all forget it. Ever.
But the one thing I did, actually, like I said, what the pop said, the boy that got killed when they kicked him out of court, I think his statement was one of the best that needs to be kind of like understood. Like, I'm not going to say this is not a racial case, because the media and black and white people have made it that way.
No, it's not a racial case, but race is involved. It's a heavy part too.
Yeah, because it's a black and a white kid.
Right. Well, I'm not going to sit up here and let me just make.
And that's where the race comes in. But it honestly is to me, it's an everyday bullying situation that goes on. I just shared something earlier in the week with a girl that we all know. And I always say this. I see this every week where somebody that we know gets online and talks about their kid getting bullied, and they about to go up to school and either beat up the kid that's bullying their kid, all kind of shit. I see this happen literally weekly in just in our city. I'm not sure what goes on in y'all see, but I know I see it just about weekly, where kids is getting bullied in school.
Yeah, bullying is I hate to say it, but it's a pretty normal thing, man.
Yeah, it's very normal. And the last thing I want people to think is that it'd be cool for people to just start offing bullies at schools. That's the last thing I want to have people to have that in their mind, if that's even something that they could think about doing regularly out here. And that's the only thing I'm scared of, is that people, because what we don't understand is some of us are really smart and we understand the difference, but it's a lot more than that don't understand the difference between right and wrong. And a lot of people looking for an excuse to do something stupid. And everybody ain't about to get $500,000 sent to a GoFundMe to help them out.
That's a fact.
So I just want people to be smart in the way that they present this news to people, in the way that they charge people up in this situation. Because the uprising of people might be thinking this is a school situation. We're talking about, I don't even know how old. They can't be more than 18. It's 17, 16-year-old. That's what I would assume their ages are. The last thing we want to put in these kids' head is that it's okay to just start going around killing each other. It's already fucked up out here.
And I'm gonna honestly say, I'm gonna say this because I don't believe this, and I'm not going to accept this. Right? I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying I don't believe that the mass majority of young folk would even contemplate such a thing. But I don't. Kids know right from wrong, man. For the most part, you know what I'm saying. They know shit that they ain't supposed to be doing, and they know shit that they, should I say, is allowed to do to an extent. And I honestly don't think that kids across the nation, across the world, are going to see this, hear about this, and really actually think it's okay to repeat this. Right? It's a very, when I say it's a niche situation, it's a niche situation as it's happened before, but it's not something that happens like on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? As far as like somebody dying as a result of these type of bullying, what appears to be situations. You know, it's not in this manner anyway. So I just want to say that, you know, from this whole thing, I want people to understand that, you know what I mean? It's never okay to put your hands on somebody, right? It's never okay to accost somebody as if you are in a position of authority when you're not, right? Because although you might feel some type of way, you know, you're a big guy, you got some muscles, whatever, you know, you don't have no control over people and how they're going to respond and react to your aggression. Right. So just keep that in mind out there. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you just don't know. You just don't know. You might be thinking like, oh, yeah, I'm about to chump this little dude off. I'm 6'4", 230. You know, I bench press 225. I go to the gym. I'm going to just go ahead and grab him up and toss him up or whatever. Pause.
I wish I could show the thread that I had with the dude. So, you know, the dude that popped the dude in the face with the road rage incident this week?
Yeah, yeah.
So his brother was on the line.
Right.
And his cousin or whatever. So I even went in there and was like, yo, that shit just was dumb. You gonna risk your life over some damn road rage? And do you know the dude really tried to justify that shit? Like, oh, he tried to brake check my homie. I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck, brake check or not, nigga. That was an emotional fucking mistake that's gonna cost 10 years in this fucking in jail.
That was goofy.
And I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Like, to me, just gotta be smart, man. Gotta be smart. You don't even want to put yourself in a position where your life is determined by other people and not you. And that's where I'm always gonna be on the side of is I ain't the coolest mind, like I ain't, you know, words. No, I ain't the I'm a loose screw at times. I used to be, you know, when I was younger. I've calmed down a lot as I got older, but I also learned conflict resolution skills. I've also went to therapy. I've also talked to older heads, and you know, it's a sticky line, man. You know, it's a very sticky line, and you do, unfortunately, Burge, have adults. Like I said, and I literally went back and forth with the dude, and then at the end, he understood it. It was like, you know what, you're right. And this was his homie. I'm like, I ain't even trying to be right. I'm just telling you. It just wasn't a smart move. If he got kids, he got a family, and he out here risking his life for a quick second to pop somebody over a brake check on the freeway, and he willing to throw his life away over a split second, I don't know, man. What we out here for? Do we value the people around us? Because to me, I feel like when you go to jail or put yourself in a position to go to jail, you low-key fucking over your family more than anything. You know, and I just think when we get to a certain point, we have to start teaching our people more conflict resolution skills. I think that's what we really lack as a community. And it's a whole, obviously, you know, I think the whole nation, anybody, not even just the black community, everybody. We have to learn better conflict resolution skills. This is a lesson to learn and something that we can build from, and hopefully we can start really. We used to have all these bullying campaigns and all this. I remember this shit was going on a little while back, but we need to really bring that back. We need to really focus on talking to these kids more, making these kids feel like they can talk to us more. But I feel like this situation probably could have been avoided had the young brother Carmelo been able to talk to somebody about it and not feel like he had to handle it on. And that's what we don't want, is people to feel like they're alone in this world. That's where
let me add a caveat in though. We don't know if he talked to some. We don't know yet if he talked to somebody or not. Maybe he talked to some counselors. Maybe that's going to come out in the court and all that. Yeah. Maybe he did try to talk to somebody, and nothing was done. Like what happens a lot.
But even then, man, I don't know. I just
basically what I'm saying though. There's things can be set in place to attempt to make adjustments to deter things like this from happening, but the sad situation is that, and the sad truth is, you just can't.
I mean, you can't say that about it.
I can't say that, but I just said it, and it's true for the most part, because we already, like I said last time we had this show on Tuesday, there's stuff already set in place. All that stuff you said, already in place right now. Already in place right now. There's intervention, there's conflict resolution. They teach that in schools. Yes, they do. Right now they do. Under zero tolerance and no child left behind, yes, that is part of the curriculum for the staff in these schools. Now, whether they enforce it or implement it or not is another thing, right? So when you think about the things that can be done to actually prevent this from happening, now we're going into my arena of things. And most of y'all just not willing to even have those type of conversations. But we'll say that for another day. Let's talk about this dude right here, though, right? Because this is crazy, man. This is just wild, man. I was at work.
A road rage shooting on I-70. You're looking at that intense moment on the highway leading up to the end when the driver pulled over. Today, the accused shooter was in court. A judge gave Dwayne Pittman a $500,000 bond. The victim, Jesse, was also in court today, and we are getting to get a better picture of what really happened before and after that shooting. 10 TV's Tara Jabor joins us now live to walk through that new video. Tara?
Well, Angela, I was in this court this morning as Dwayne went before a judge, and he really didn't show any emotion, except when the prosecutor did read a statement from Jesse, the victim. Dwayne was shaking his head. Now, Jesse, the victim, of course, was also in court today. He told us that he was scared and worried when he saw Dwayne.
Take a look at this new video from ODOT showing what happened before the I-70 shooting on Tuesday morning. Police say Dwayne was driving a gold Chevy and the victim, Jesse, was driving a black truck. In the first clip, you see the gold Chevy and the black truck. The gold SUV then gets in front of the truck and hits the brake. In the next clip, we see the black truck speed up and follow the gold Chevy. Finally, in the last clip, this is where it all ends. The cars are driving side by side. Then the gold Chevy gets off the highway onto the exit, and the truck pulls over to the side of the highway. Both men came head-to-head again, except this time in court. For Jesse, it was difficult.
I feel like my soul leave my body. Seeing him in person, well, not in person, but seeing him just brought everything back.
Jesse says the process will not be easy for him. He says now justice is in the hands of the court. He told us that he has forgiven Dwayne for shooting him.
He has a lot to deal with now, and it's not going to do me any good to hold that hate in my heart. He does need to face consequences, and that's something that is up to the court now.
The shooting has left Jesse and his family scared, and the judge issued a protection order for Jesse and his family.
That it seems like this violence is getting worse in the city, and I would hope that, you know, people will take this into consideration when they're driving.
He hopes that people can learn from this incident and think twice before getting mad while driving.
Worth it. It's a few seconds, a few minutes extra. What does it mean to just relax?
Now, the judge says that Dwayne is not allowed to have any alcohol, drugs, or guns. He is expected back in court on April 25th. Reporting live in downtown Columbus, Tara Jabor, 10 TV.
Just stupid, man. Just retarded, man. And see, L, this goes to say on the other special what you said, right? Right.
Yeah, and you see, I didn't even see this. I ain't see no details.
Right.
And like I said, I had an interaction with an actual person that knows the person, and they told me what happened. And I still said, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't the most nicest person when it comes to road rage. Like, but be out here up in my heat shooting nobody. Like, if anything, I go past somebody. Like, but you know, I don't have people try to fuck with me on the freeway, and I ain't no punk. I'll tell you that on top. But what the fuck am I gonna gain playing cards? You know what I mean? Playing with cars and playing with my life where I could possibly fuck myself up driving, trying to prove a point on the fucking freeway. Right. You know what I mean? How dumb would that look if y'all seen me getting killed or some shit, running myself off of the burn because I was in a road rage incidents? They'd be like, hell, what the fuck was you doing?
Yeah. Road rage is real, man. It's not working.
Some things you just gotta
let go.
You gotta de-escalate the situation yourself, man. You know what I mean? You gotta learn when to walk away, and you know, like I said, conflict resolution. I don't run to the gunshots. I run away from them. I'm not that guy. I'm sorry. I ain't running towards the gunshots. I'm not that dude. You know what I mean? I let the other cats do that. Y'all can run to the gunshots. Shit break out, I'm out. So
especially if you ain't got no pistol, you ain't got no damn business running towards the gunshots if you ain't got no pistol.
I got a pistol or not. If it ain't got nothing to do with me, I ain't the one in the situation, I'm not running. If it ain't none of my homies,
you already know, Yellow D.
If it ain't none of my homies or something, then not. You know what I mean? Unless it's like a family member, one of my homies, and we into some shit like that, that's the only time I'm standing there. Other than that, we out of here, man. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Ain't nobody trying to get in no gunfights with y'all crazy ass stuff.
Nah. People really think that shit cool, man. Violence ain't cool, man. Y'all got it backwards.
Nobody trying to get in no bang out with none of you niggas.
Yeah, man, that shit ain't cool. Y'all, that's the problem with what's going on. It's so normalized now. Y'all think that shit is cool. Not y'all, but them. You know what I mean? The people out, it's out here running rampant. We hearing crazy stories every day.
Every single day.
People getting fights over dumb shit. It's to the point where even women is out here popping y'all like it ain't shit. A small argument in a supermarket in line or some shit could turn into a fucking deadly situation nowadays, and people think the shit is cool. I'm sorry, man. I respect life more than, I don't know. Maybe I just respect life more than everybody else, but I respect life. I love people living. I love life. I would never think to take a life for nobody unless my life was literally in fucking danger. Unless I really felt like I was in danger to lose my life, or somebody around me is in danger to lose their life post me. That's the only time I would ever use deadly force with anything. Other than that, I could use my hands. You know what I mean? And I really don't even want to do that. Honestly, I don't want to even do that. I'd rather just walk away and everybody be cool. You can be mad, I can be mad, and we just go our separate ways. Cool. Agree to disagree.
Best thing I'm gonna say is this. I don't condone or promote or advocate violence, physical violence especially, because I like to think, and I know the skills and ability I have to de-escalate situations. But some situations cannot be de-escalated. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. So if it comes to a situation where you deem you gotta pop out and show niggas, you just better make sure you're ready to deal with whatever fucking consequences is going to be a result of you popping out and showing niggas. And I'm gonna just leave it at that.
That's one thing Charlamagne is always spot on. He said, when y'all be doing these crimes, before y'all do them, do the mental jail math in your head before you do it, and think, is that time worth it before you make that decision?
You definitely better make sure you're ready to deal with them consequences, man, because when you decide to body somebody, that's a serious situation. So you better make sure, and like I said, every situation is different, but for the most part, most situations that went too far could have been de-escalated and prevented. And that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? as far as solution-based content go, we over here, me especially being a goddamn man, I'm gonna always want to have a conversation first. But I also understand that as a man, it can go very, very far, very, very left, very, very fast.
Very
so,
quick,
that being said, just be prepared to deal with whatever consequences come along with you, as y'all say, standing on business.
Yeah,
sometimes it's cool to say. Sometimes it's cool to not. Sometimes it's cool to just walk away. Sometimes it's cool to just be a punk.
Because everybody think that fuck around and find out is a cool thing until you sitting in court.
Yeah, everybody's saying that stuff, but y'all ain't really like that for real, man. Y'all ain't really like that. Y'all ain't really trying to sit up in that who's gal, man, because that's where you're gonna go if you don't die. You're going to the joint. You're going to the who's gal. And I'm telling y'all, let me tell y'all something, man. You don't want to go. Most of y'all ain't gonna make it. And that's just a fact. So, sit up here, live a straightforward life, take some conflict resolution classes, really implement that into your repertoire and understand and develop skills on how to de-escalate situations if you get into them. And before that, always check yourself, man. When it comes about here driving on the freeway, streets, man, let it go, man.
Hey, the former pretty boy, I ain't gonna lie. It's been times where, because I ain't gonna lie, y'all know my car got broken into. I told y'all before, so the one that I used to roll around in the car with all the time, I actually need to go and get it. I might as well go get it tomorrow since it's raining and I can't do shit.
That's wild.
But I ride around with my shit right on my lap. It ain't for me.
Yellow D tapping it on Facebook. He said them shooters on the streets end up holding some niggas' pockets in the joint, and that's a fact.
Hey, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, y'all cats go to jail like y'all like to be around niggas. Like y'all like to give up y'all's freedom. Like y'all like to just be able to just walk in the cell and not be able to do what the fuck you want to do. I love my freedom, bro. I love my freedom, bro. I ain't never did no real time, but the little times that I even went in for a week, a day, a couple days, whatever, that shit ain't fun, nigga. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Somebody having to bring your food to you, niggas talking all night and like, oh my goodness. I'm cool on that. Like being around a bunch of niggas I don't even fucking know. Like, and this is your family while you there. Like that just ain't for me, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I love my freedom. I like doing whatever the fuck I want to do when I want to do. I like being able to go to sleep when I want to go to sleep. I like laying in a bed, not no fucking 2-inch mat. I don't like to be cold like that.
That type of lifestyle, man. Live a straightforward life.
Using a fucking piece of toilet, using the toilet paper that they give you as a pillow, nigga. No, that's not what I like. I'm sorry.
That type of life, man. For real.
No, it's not fun. Not a day. I don't even want to be in there.
That ain't where it at.
Oh, so avoid that at all costs. Like I said, Verge has been. He could tell you about the long term. I'm gonna tell you, the short term scared my ass. The short term was enough to make me to be like, nigga, never. I felt like a fucking loser being in there for just even a day.
That's why I'm such a strong advocate for you niggas sitting up here, man, living straightforward lives, man, because a lot of y'all is just enamored by this street shit, gang shit. Y'all niggas ain't ready for that shit, man. Y'all niggas ain't ready for that shit. Because when you get up in the joint, man, niggas be in there on some fun boy shit. Niggas be getting hoed. Niggas can't fight. You can't get nobody to send you $20 on your books, $15 on the phone. Nigga ain't going to the stove, straight state, baby. In there in the joint, terrible. Gonna be resorted to some fun boy activity just to be able to eat. I've seen it way too many times, Jack.
Damn.
Way too many times. And all them dudes who was the gang tough guys gonna be the dudes in the joints messing with straight boys. I can't tell you the amount of straight hitters, real niggas I know from the city of Columbus, Ohio, who was messing with straight boys in the joint.
Yeah. I mean, shit. You keep going back. You know what I mean? You must. I mean, shit. Like I said, when I was out there, especially, I like pussy. I love pussy. I love being around soft legs. I'm sorry. My niggas is cool. I love my niggas, man. But at nighttime, I like going upstairs and having fun with my woman.
You definitely don't want to be sleeping next to hard ankles, man. That ain't it, man.
That is not it.
Hey, I know Yellow D, man. When you got down where I know you was shocked when you seen niggas, man. Like, damn, man, this is where this nigga been at, man. You on some fun boy shit, man. We about to listen to this song right here. This is one of my favorite songs off of this album right here, Trill Vibe Music. You understand me? Trill Vibe Music 2 is out as well. Go on YouTube, all streaming platform. My brother King L's. Matter of fact, I'm about to put the goddamn link. You understand me? As scrolling across the bottom of the screen. You understand what I'm talking about, man? You know, go cop all my get on my brother King L music. You understand what I'm saying? Super disappointed, Yellow D, man. I'm talking about when I got the Ross back in 2011, y'all, man. Listen here, man. When I got the Ross and I seen some of my homies, I'm like, oh, see, that's where, see, if you ain't seen a nigga in a long time and he ain't dead, he probably in the joint. And I got the Ross in 2011, man, summer 2011, man. I'm going to tell you this, man. I was disappointed, man. I'm talking about guys I know from the streets, guys I grew up with, came up with. It was disgusting. But hey, we ain't got to worry about stuff because we kept a trill over here, man. You know what I'm talking about? Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. We the trillest in this. You did. Shout out to my brother King L. Let's go.
That's all I was bumping today was, well, I did bump the Wiz in the west side, but after that, it was straight Trill Vibe all day. Perfect day outside. You was in Columbus, you know what I'm talking about.
Yo. If I miss who I miss, how I'm not that. Trillers in the shit, they can't knock that. With they main tongue, only time they top that. 4 for 1 on the goal line, still trying to drop back. If I miss who I miss, how I'm not that. Trillers in the shit, they can't knock that. With they main tongue, only time they top that. 4 for 1 on the goal line, still trying to drop back. Diamonds on a nigga from the mud, came from different types of pressure. Thank the Lord bless her. Watch how I adjust her. Views for these frauds, can't get full from my liquor. Hit the source, we of course form, minimize the loss. Trying to hit and make more rain than leaves in the forest. Far from a tourist, need to get my chorus. My brothers is all this. One hit, we all live. God gave me the sight to hit the ball. Sight for wine getting blurry because I switched my mind. Me and let's time to make trips of mistakes. You could say that we eating pancakes. That's a sweet flip when you let your man bait. I seen preacher men turn victim to only fans in the strip club. Gotta hold it together, so I'ma stay clipped up. It's filthy in these streets, so drunk bum, keep the 40 grip. Don't make me kick a bitch out my house on my 40
shit. What up, Hans?
I'm not that. Trillers in this shit, they can't knock that. With they main tongue, only time they top that. 4 for 1 on the goal line, still trying to drop back. If I miss who I miss, how I'm not that. Trillers in this shit, they can't knock that. With they main tongue, only time they top that. 4 for 1 on the goal line, still trying to drop back.
Niggas aim high while lame niggas remain low. I'm from an era of purple haze and fire throw. Real stories, if I spit it, it's a show. I'm trying to get me a beat. I need a few of those so I can lay up gas to start my day up. Shit, I'm spitting bullets the same size as K-Cup. A long walk to these niggas, they better wake up and get in the game. They trying to triple my pay up. It's 2023. These verses I really got a diamond effect. Bitch, I'm Jacob. Eddie Crocker couldn't bake the shit, I could get fat. I'm talking bars, niggas probably think I'm cooking fat. Guap, cheese, fettuccine, give me all that. Rich nigga and this shit been a money rap. E.N.E, you can label me up under that. Shit still come full circle like a cul-de-sac.
If I miss who I miss, how I'm not that. Trillers in this shit, they can't knock that. With they main tongue, only time they top that. 4 for 1 on the goal line, still trying to drop back. If I miss who I miss, how I'm not that. Trillers in this shit, they can't knock that. With they main tongue, only time they top that. 4 for 1 on the goal line, still trying to drop back.
That's one of my favorite joints on the block. You know. That was 2023.
My favorite song on this CD, on this album, man. It's E.N.E on this joint. Don't make me kick the bitch out my house on my 40 shit. Bonds is stupid. Shout out to my nigga Foz, man. You feel me? My man 40, man. You know me?
I was like, when I said that, I knew.
He said he liked that. It got a Ninth Wonder feel to it. High tech type shit. Yeah, you know, man, that's CO type shit.
Now go get them Trill Vibe Music, Trill Vibe Music 1, Trill Vibe Music 2.
Trill Vibe Music 3 on the way, man.
Oh, yes, it is. It's already done, but I need some help, man. Well, I need my homies.
Send me a track, L, man. Send me a track, man.
I done sent y'all. Y'all all got tracks in y'all. I made sure.
Come on in the band lab, bro. I don't even be looking in that shit no more, man.
I'm gonna send y'all more because we working, man. I'm actually gonna be recording next week, man. I've been studying and doing a lot of other shit, but things should be slowing down after next week, so I'll be back to recording again.
Right.
Back heavy.
Right.
I already hit up AU. I hit up Kid Magic already. I hit up Walt.
Good. Let's go. I got something on studio time.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, I done already hollered at all the homies. They all down. I've been wanting to work with a couple cats already. So yeah, man. I'm ready,
man. I'm ready, man. New E.N.E music coming 2025. And I promise y'all this year I'm gonna at least get started on the manipulation series. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, we gotta step out for Walt. He having a video shoot here coming up early May, so I'm gonna let the team know. You know, I'm
that's a fact.
For the homie. Go through. We're gonna start doing some
Deathlock, man.
You know.
And I'm the same way, Dan Patrick, man. If it ain't no E.N.E or some like super underground shit, like man, I don't be listening to a lot of stuff. But hey, let's get on to more of the fuckery though, right? This little goofy nigga right here, and this is in Texas too, if I'm mistaken. This is in Dallas, so this is like not too far from Frisco. Because from what I understand, Frisco is a suburb of Dallas. This goofy ass little nigga right here, man. Amongst all of this going on with our young brother Carmelo, this goofy ass little boy right here decides to go up into his school, coerce somebody, or maybe somebody he knew let him into school. He go up into school, shoot 4 little homies. And his intent wasn't to kill, though. He didn't go in there. He just wanted to hurt him, injure him. Because if he wanted to off him, he could have off him, but he didn't. But this dumb little dude did all of this, and then afterwards did this.
Tracy Haynes remains in jail tonight, but in new video posted to social media, you are about to hear from him for the first time and in his own words.
Told me they was gonna kill me. All these told me they was gonna kill me. Look what happened.
Tonight, police are investigating this video of the accused Wilmer Hutchins shooter, Tracy Haynes. WFA sources say was filmed shortly after gunshots wounded 4 of his classmates. Initially posted to Instagram, our sources confirmed the video's authenticity Wednesday. Police have not yet revealed a motive in this case, but those sources tell WFAA they are using this clip to investigate not only what happened, but also why.
I know I was wrong for what I did, but I didn't want to do it. But I had to do it. I'll be if one of us get buried again. I'm tired of us getting buried and nobody doing about it.
In the clip, Haynes never specifies exactly what he did, but does say he loves his nieces and nephews and that he believed people were going to kill him.
My mama gone, my granny gone, everybody gone that I love. So I can't go. I can't go. I'd rather y'all see me like this, locked up, than y'all see me dead in the ground.
WFA also obtained and verified this surveillance video of the shooting from.
Okay, so we're gonna pause that right there because you know our YouTube be tripping, man. Right? But this little goofy ass dude went up in the school. And mind you, whoever opened the door for this little dude, they need to be prosecuted.
They already said it too. I heard about this.
They need to get prosecuted too. Whoever did that dumbass shit, they should be held accountable too. Right? Right? We got all this stuff going on, right? And not too far, the next town over in Frisco, and this little goofy ass nigga decides to go up in the school and shoot 4 of his contemporaries, man. Leaves the school, gets in the car with some Mexican dude, have him drop him off at the gas station, get picked up by somebody else, only to turn himself in a few hours later. Right.
Let's go, AD.
Now think about when I talk to y'all about violent radicalization, man.
Yeah, man.
This young boy said he didn't want to do it. He said he had to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And no, he absolutely did not. No, he did not. And this kind of falls in where L was talking about. He hoped that kids don't go around repeating this shit. Although, like I said, I still have the sentiment that most kids won't. But there is goofy ass little niggas like this goofy little nigga right here who possibly potentially would.
And it's a lot of them like that. Unfortunately, right now, it's a lot of these type niggas.
And this little nigga right here, he's so fucking goofy, right? That I hope he ain't goofy enough to say that no type of self-defense law. He don't seem like he is though. But at the same time, like I say, y'all, man, they got plans for stuff like this, man. And the reason why I emphasize on this so much because you young niggas, this is why I say we gotta get on code, get under control. Because listen, we don't want to become the face of homegrown terrorism, y'all. And with this type of behavior that we display, doing shit like this, even with our young brother Carmelo, right? Y'all gotta understand that this is stuff that's being allowed to transpire and happen for a reason. And the reason for that is, right? Like I always tell y'all about, is listen, everybody is going to be deemed to some degree, possibly, potentially, a homegrown terrorist, but they specifically are targeting us. Understand what I'm saying? They're not only targeting us, but they are most definitely specifically targeting us. And I don't want y'all to get that confused because, you know, I notice amongst us black folks, man, we get a little bit of like an air of like arrogancy. It's like a victimhood to another level, though, man. Like, nah, everything ain't aimed at us, man. It's just not, right? But we are the main targets, though. We just ain't the only ones. I want y'all to understand that, right? And like El said earlier, maybe y'all won't be so goddamn emotional and start using some logic and reasoning. And then on top of that, understand that for the most part, these people don't have it in our best interest in mind. So you tread lightly and you be you make sure you do your due diligence before you engage with other folks. That's all I'm gonna say, especially now. Because what I noticed, and I'm gonna talk about this tomorrow, what I noticed about with this case is that real raw American racism is being rebirthed again, man. And you starting to see all the people who've been hiding behind all what they've been hiding for the past few decades. Now it's coming all out. And I love it. Absolutely love it. But this little nigga right here is goofy. You know, so whatever they plan on doing to him, he deserve it. And he don't get no sympathy or remorse from me. El, so you heard about this?
Yeah, I heard about it. Like I said, I felt like, unfortunately, the Carmelo situation has a ripple effect.
Oh, it definitely got a ripple effect for sure.
And this is exactly what I talked about. And I told Burgess when it first happened. Y'all could go back to the live 2 Tuesdays ago when it first happened. And I told Burgess, this type of shit is going to happen and people are going to try to justify the shit for happening. And it's not like I said, I don't talk on the situation because we don't have enough facts. But it's just too many people that look for excuses to do dumb shit. And one thing we can't do as a society is encourage dumb shit to be done. Because once people encourage it, he's probably expecting y'all to send $500,000 for him too, since y'all did it for Carmelo.
No, I don't think that because
I'm just saying,
let me just say this though, because we gotta be fair and balanced too. This is one of those niche situations like Carmelo. He knew he did some goofy shit. Yeah, and he stood up there and turned his ass. I'm pretty sure his mama and them said something to him, whoever his people is, his auntie or something like that, I believe it was, told him, convinced him to go turn himself in, and he ain't talking about no self-defense or no bullshit like that though. So you know what I'm saying? I just gotta be fair.
He did try to say he low-key tried to say it was self-defense in a way.
I mean, he said it was self-defense as far as he said somebody tried to do something, but
he definitely tried to flip it.
Yeah, he said it. He said he did what he did because he had to, not because he wanted to. That's not going to hold up in court. Sorry. Even if them 4 boys was bullying him, let's say, that wasn't the. And this is what we'll go back to what El said earlier: conflict intervention. Talk to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Who's to say that this didn't happen here? I'm going to say with my hood nigga, street nigga sense, that's not the case here. That this is some gang ops. I'm going to pull tough on my homies. I already ain't got nothing to lose. My mama gone. Whoever you heard what the little boy said, just an emotional time bomb.
For one, there should be no fucking weapons in school.
In his life, like most of you little niggas do.
Yeah, it should be no weapons in school. No school events, no school. Shouldn't no kid be bringing no weapons to no events. School, none of that shit. None of that shit. None of that shit is justified. Bringing a weapon to any school sporting event where kids are around, it just ain't cool. And let's make that normalized. That's the way that we grew up. Yes, there was times where we went to football games, basketball games, and I ain't saying shots didn't ring out and all that. We wasn't the ones doing it, but it don't make it no better because we definitely was around certain situations and we probably knew some of the cats that was doing whatever they was doing. Never cool. Having guns and none of that shit. No deadly weapons should be at any school or sporting events outside of a licensed profession. Let's make that clear. No parent, no nobody, no grown up, nobody.
That's a fact.
Nobody. That's where I come into play. That's where I have issues with all this shit because we went to school. We went to rough schools. And we ain't saying, like I said, that the shit didn't happen in the schools we were in. But it wasn't cool then and it ain't cool now. There should be no weapons on any school property. Just like you can't sell drugs on school property. There's no weapons on school properties. There's certain things that should just be regular and normalized. And that's where I'll stand on this. And it's just horrible because when I heard this shit, Gio down there near Dallas. He stayed in Dallas for a little bit. My stepson. So I think about him when I think about shit like this. I called him when I heard this. I called him when I heard the first, but he didn't even know about it. Gio don't be paying attention to that type shit. But I just told him, man, keep your head up out there, man. They out there wilding in Texas right now. They out here, they killing kids. And I know this goes on everywhere. Like I said, it happens in our city. We in Columbus, man. If y'all don't know, check the Columbus news, man. It's wild in Columbus.
Yeah, man. School's is crazy, man. Come on, man.
Young kids is wild. It was just a fight a year or two ago. across the street, Franklin Park from East. The girls was getting in a fight, and the girl come out and just blammed the girl right there. Shot her. Cold blood in front of everybody, all the classmates, man. That shit ain't cool, man.
There ain't nothing cool about that, man.
And then what happens, which luckily in the Carmelo case ain't happening, is that some families are going to want some get back. And sometimes the streets will street. And niggas will rob.
That's a fact.
Then it goes to a whole different level where other lives is getting lost in the situation.
That's an absolute fact. And that's why I say, you know, when it comes to these situations, man, understand what I mean when I say that the societal issues are made to happen to where situations like this can happen. You know? Understand that though, man. So it's all part of the agendas that's at hand, man. And when I talk to y'all about HR 1955, this is the type of shit I'm talking about. This is the violent radicalization. This is ideologically based violence. I'm telling y'all this stuff is being allowed to happen, and it's for a reason. It's not happening just because it's just random shit that's happening. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got to understand the situations that allow for a situation to happen between Carmelo and Austin. Right? Think of all the factors that factor in on both sides. Right? But this situation we about to talk about right here is wow. This is wow. You know? It's crazy. I wonder how many of y'all heard about this. This is wild, Jack, right here, man. You know, I could speak on this too, and I am after we watch this video.
Tonight in our crime tracker, 7 correctional officers now sit behind bars as suspects in an alleged attempt to smuggle contraband into Barry B. Telford State Prison. Here's what we know so far. 6 of the arrested officers were charged with engaging in organized criminal activity, while 1 correctional officer faces felony charges of bribery, prohibited item or substance in a correctional facility, and possession of marijuana. And there have also been 7 search warrants executed on private residences related to those arrests. And today in a news release, Texas Board of Criminal Justice Chairman Eric Nichols said in part, quote, "Corruption is not and will not be tolerated in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. We appreciate the hard work of the Office of the Inspector General team and our outstanding law enforcement partners in pursuing this investigation into the introduction of contraband into our state prison system," end quote.
Yeah, man, I'm all too familiar with this, man. All right, let me pull this optic up on the screen for y'all. Yeah, so out here in Texas, right, you got these goofy ass, stupid ass broads, man. Let me tell y'all something, man. Right, about these bras working in these joints, man. And I'm not saying all of them because it's just not all of them. Let me tell y'all something. All right, I was having my motherfucking way in a joint, and the reason I was having my way because my cellie had bagged a bitch that was working in the goddamn prison. And she was bringing that shit. Flat out. Also, my homie, shout out to my homie Shabazz, man. Shabazz had the CO, had the little white chick CO bringing that shit in. All type of shit. Niggas was having their way in the joint. You know? That's the reason why I left where I was at, because I found myself falling into my same behaviors that led me to go there. And I was going home very, very soon. So I told myself, I said, no, I got to get up out of here. So when my security got dropped, I transferred to another joint. And I completely stopped, you know. But look at this right here. We got a white girl will look like a Mexican girl.
Oh, cute.
Maybe a Latina.
For a jail.
We got another dude, CO, and then we got these 4 bras right here, man, trying to smuggle work to the Texas joint, man. Stupid idea. 92 Dolo, what's happening, man? Oh, I forgot my man 92 Dolo is out there in Texas. What's good with you, broski? He said, brother, you would love it out here. I know I love it out, man. You know, hey, man, listen here. Outside of Ohio, you know, Texas niggas is very, you know what I'm saying, similar to us Ohio niggas that I've noticed from. I know niggas from Dallas. Well, I ain't gonna say you Dallas niggas. You Dallas niggas is different. I know niggas from Houston. I know niggas from Fort Worth. I know niggas from El Paso. I know niggas from Tyler. You understand me? I know niggas from goddamn Corpus Christi. I know niggas from down by the border in MacArthur and goddamn it, fucking Juarez. You know, I got people all over Texas, man. What I can say about them Houston brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? Houston do, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I can rock with my Houston brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? They got a, you know what I'm saying? They got a Columbus type vibe to them. And I've also been told that many times by niggas from Texas, especially Houston. They be like, man, Stacks, man, you're loving it, Houston, man. You know what I'm saying? You have your way out there, man. They love you out there. I love you out there. I've been told that a lot of times too, man. So, I don't know. Maybe that's a clue from. Maybe that's a sign I need to be going out to Texas and ball with the niggas in the country. Yeah.
Hey.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah,
Say,
you already know we connect with all y'all. Know y'all connect with us, man. Cleveland, fucking Columbus. You know, hey. Toledo. You know, Houston. One thing I can say, and this is what I like about Houston niggas. Houston niggas is like Columbus niggas, or should I say Ohio niggas? Y'all niggas be everywhere, man. You feel me? Houston niggas be everywhere. Everywhere I went in my days of hustling, it was always some Houston niggas there. Always. Whether it be bike week, whether it be Atlanta, whether it be, goddamn it, just traveling around in my travels. DC, you hear me? It's always bumping the niggas from Houston, man. You feel me? My man, the 92 say from Fort Worth, right by Dallas. Okay. Yeah, man. We're gonna have to go take a trip out there to Texas and see what's good, man. I want to plan a trip to Texas this summer. I want to go to Austin, Texas, and I want to try that Black's barbecue, man, that I've been hearing about. And I used to be watching on TV when I was in a joint. Man, I'm gonna go try that Terry Black's barbecue out there in Austin, man. I heard it's great. But yeah, these people is goofy. And let me tell y'all something, man. Although you can get it off, it is a very risky thing to do. You as a female or a guy working in a prison, being a state employee, if you get caught conveying drugs, as you see, they will charge you and you will go to the joint. That is a fact. That's absolutely going to happen. At best, you can hope that you at least just get walked out. You know? But when you're doing stuff like what they was doing, like having a ring, like a situation, like let's say a continuing a criminal enterprise situation, a ring, yeah, you don't want to be involved in none of that, man. You know what I'm talking about? That's when you start getting one type charges. You know, state conspiracy charges, man. You know, you don't want to be involved in nothing like that. You heard about this, L?
Nah, I ain't heard about this.
This is wild, right?
Yeah.
But let me tell y'all something, man. When to be in the joint, man, and I'm gonna say this as a person who's been in the joint, right? Niggas is charismatic and magnetic, man. You gotta think, man. Niggas is in there working out. You hear me? It's some niggas in the joint with money. Niggas in the joint with bread. You hear me? I know some millionaires in prison right now, taking care of 2-3 different families from inside the joint. Anyway, now the chicks be going, man. You know, I'm gonna just tell y'all this: they be going. Yes, they be going. Yes,
and that's a burly ass bitch in the bottom left. the two left ones, them was some burly.
Oh, burly looking ass bras. So you know what I'm saying? Niggas pulling tight on these bras. They getting all this attention from dudes. Niggas is in there working out. You got the one niggas who want to sit up there and do 100 push-ups before they know the one female CO coming through. So when she come through on count time, you know what I'm talking about? Nigga got the top pop. Oh, shit. Don't commit crimes, man. Live a straightforward life. Get you a job, go to school, start a business, something. Don't do the gang street. No, man, don't do it. It ain't worth it, man.
Not cool.
It's not worth it. It's not cool, right? Hey, Monique, man. Hey, yo, man. Hey, yo. Y'all just wanted to share that with y'all because I thought that was interesting, man. Like, they had a whole operation going on up in that motherfucker, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, though, man. Now, this story right here is crazy.
This man, Jaron Jackson, is out here killing.
This is crazy right here, y'all, man. This story right here is just wow. You hear me? Wonder if y'all heard about this. How you heard about this, 92 Dolo? This is wild right here. Wonder how many of y'all heard about this. Let me make sure I get this. Let me get all the information. Let me get the facts for y'all. This is crazy right here, y'all, man. Wait till I pull this up, man. Let y'all see this shit, man. This nigga right here, man. It's for all y'all who out there, you know, that's under the impression that, you know, racism isn't a thing and all this crazy stuff, man. You know, all y'all thinking that, you know, it's a thing of the past and all that bullshit, man. Right? Let me show you all this. Right? This is wild, right? This is fucking crazy. Oh my God. I wonder if you heard about this, L. No, tell me they ain't got nothing on the damn internet about this stuff. That's what I'm saying. They don't be wanting to show everything on the internet, man. Some stuff don't make it to the internet, man. See, some stuff is a little too gruesome. Let me see it. Let me put it in the goddamn Googler. We're gonna see if what we come up with in the Googler. Yeah, this dude right here. All right. Now let me go to the videos and see. Yeah, here we go right here, man. Y'all heard from me about this dude right here, Cody Wayne McCollum. This guy allegedly was sentenced to 60 years, right? Aryan Brotherhood of Texas member sentenced after repeated sexual violation of child, right? This dude, Cody Wayne McCollum, right? During trials, jurors learned that McCollum had already served time for multiple aggravated robberies in Bexar and Nueces County. He was paroled in spring of 2022, and county officials say he reconnected with the 14-year-old victim and began supplying her with illegal drugs. Court documents show that in January 2024, he sexually assaulted the child in Anna Princeton, McKinney, and Melissa. Officials say in June 2024, the child told her mother about the abuse, who immediately contacted the McKinney police. During the punishment phase, jurors learned that McCollum had joined the Aryan Brotherhood of Texas while in prison and remained an active gang member after his release. Due to his prior felony convictions, McCollum faced 25 years of life in prison. The jury sentenced him to 60 years, which must be served day to day without possibility of parole. McCollum groomed and drugged a vulnerable 14-year-old, then raped her again and again across our county, said Collin County Criminal District Attorney Greg Willis. Thanks to the victim's courage and the outstanding police collaborations across multiple cities, this violent gang member has been finally held accountable. He will never hurt another child again. All right. So for all of y'all who somehow weirdly, strangely believe that racism ain't like how it used to be, and no, man, fuck all that. This shit is alive and well. This just happened recently, like about a month or so ago. You heard about this, L?
Nah.
Right? We gotta, that's why I say I ain't never gonna not remind these people of their ancestors' history. Oh, I'm always gonna talk about it. Damn, critical race theory. I'm trying to erase it. We're gonna talk about it. Every trip we're gonna talk about it. And the sad part about it is we don't have to go back to slavery to talk about racism from American whites upon everybody else, because this just recently happened. So we don't have to go back to slavery. We can go in recent times, like a month ago. So, you know, yeah, some of that, man. You know, crazy stuff, man. You know,
Yeah. Racism is a sickness, man. It's a mental, to me, it's always been considered a mental illness. For you not to like somebody and you don't even know them, to me, it's some weird shit. Like, I'm the type of guy, like, I give you, you know, the benefit of the doubt. I show you respect until you do something to make me think you ain't worthy of my respect. And even then, like, I just ain't gonna rock with you. I mean, I already ain't rocking with everybody, but I'm just saying in context, I'm just not gonna have ill thoughts towards somebody I don't even know. Like, that's just not how I am. Like, when I'm in society, I'm a very, very open person. You know what I mean? I'm cool. If you're cool, you're cool. Like me and Birds, you know, we go out, we do the little Thursdays here and there. We go down to the bodega. Shit, me and Fonz was out there last time. Lady sitting next to us, talking. You know, I ended up buying her shots, and you know, you cool with me unless you're not. You know, unless you do something to make me think that you're not cool. And that's for anybody. You could be white, Latino, Asian. It don't matter. Like, that's just the way that I move. I've always known racism has existed. Luckily, you know, my pops was a huge person that put that in me too, like, and told me, like, you know, you're supposed to respect people unless they do something to make you not respect them. And just because people is racist out here, one thing he always said is, if a motherfucker jump off the bridge, are you going to jump off the bridge with them just because they did it? If all your friends jump off, you know what I mean? That's one thing. Don't ever follow nobody just because of what other people think, you know? And that's the way I am today. Like, you know, everybody can have their own opinion. And everybody can say what the fuck they want, but I'm going to have my own opinion. And what I feel is right is what I feel is right, and that's cool. Like, we can agree to disagree. You know, that was one of his favorite sayings. That if all your friends jump off a bridge, are you going to jump off a bridge too, just because they did? You know, and racism plays in that same thing. Like, just because if your homies is on that racist shit, don't mean you got to be like that. And you can still, you know, I get it. You know, sometimes it could be your lifelong, and you know, you still want to be cool, but you don't have to be like that. And a lot of these cats is lost followers.
Dare to be different, man.
Most races are followers. And that's on either side. You know, black, white, Latino, most of them is followers. I look at all races the same way. They all in the same book. They all sick. If you don't like somebody because of their skin color, you got an ill will just because they look different than you. To me, that's a sickness, man. That's a mental sickness. You know? And that's just the way I look at all races. Black, white, whoever. Asian, Latino. If you racist and you don't even know the person you being racist towards, they don't even know you. You don't know if they got any type of racist blood. You know, that to me is some weird shit. It's weird. So that's just the way I look at races on all sides.
That's a fact. We're about to get to some E.N.E music, y'all, man. Smash that like, click the subscribe page. This is off of my brother, E.N.E presents the Butcher Boys, Palmers and Leaves. 420 edition. It's only right. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have to do a listening part. I'm going to do a listening part over here on Sunday. You feel me? We're going to be listening to the album, Palmers and Leaves, 420 edition for 420. I'm going to go holler at my man Self and go give me a batch of that super fire for 420. We're going to toast up, roll up, you know what I'm saying, early on a nice 420 afternoon and listen to this album. Tap in, walk with us, man. This is the track featuring my brother King L's called Gelato. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna promise you, a lot of y'all's favorite rappers can't rap like this. I'm gonna tell y'all like that all the time.
You said what?
Your boy shit.
I'm gonna tell them a lot of their favorite rappers can't rap like this.
They know what time it is.
Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page.
Palmers and Leaves. We rolling up. Glitch, yeah. Real rap from a real nigga. Yeah. Lyrically, I was trained to kill niggas. Yeah. Fuck a perk, I ain't fucking with no pills, nigga. Nah. Blowing gas, show you how I feel, nigga. Hey, sick, niggas gotta deal with us. Bring the nines and the pumps and the K's with us. Let them all go bang if they play with us. E.N.E shit, bitch, you know the game with us. Yeah, break it down when the beat break. I'm a king, gotta greet me with a big steak. Rolling green, then I gotta hit the interstate. Eating good shit every day at the end of the day. Niggas know we been great. Now we popping our shit. That's right. Too dope. You gotta cook up for this. I'm too dope. That shit that you shoot in your wrist put me on the level you ain't no exist. Get a glitch, nigga. Get it poppin' when I come around. On the up, but I been 10 toes down. Real cold shit, I'm about to spit heat now. Solid nigga, I don't even need the fame now. Overdosing on being dope, it's clear to see. I see it. Grabbing titles from all you niggas, it's E.N.E.
Scores up, doors up, man, we scorching shit. We immersed with the gas, yeah, we torching shit.
Fire flames when we spit, niggas know we lit. Lot of money, lot of trees, gotta keep the L's lit.
No frail shit, tracks, we the real shit. And we go nuts with the bars like a trail mix.
If the shit ain't broke, don't gotta fix shit. Always on our toes, I promise, nigga, we don't slip.
Smoking gelato with some of my friends, talk about stories we can't comprehend. Count all this money on 5s and 10s. Everything matter with my dividends. Pina colada and strawberry fizz. Pineapple daiquiri, blueberry mist. Popping champagne and sipping on crisp. Mix it together, then go on the bench. E.N.E legends is 10 out of 10. Getting defensive, but show no offense. Getting too deep, cause y'all catch tense. Stay in the game while y'all ride the bench. Bringing me water by making these hits. All about president, I got a gift. It can get money and I got a rinse. Flow is water, leaving the print. Smoking that sticky, then leaving the stench. Two different strains, then go on the switch. Can't decide which one is switch. Then we pick it like it's a fence. Blowing on branches, is out on the limb. Bushes is cut, trees is trimmed. House is so big, we rebuild a den. Ocean views and a place to swim. Center face room, seats is sway. Show floor room, out on display. Shoes is clean, look at the J's. Give me 14s in the light gray. Get in my bag, just one of my tricks. Get them to pay, just one of my licks. Several videos, couple of flicks. And I'm that Butcher Boys, be on some shit. Scores up, doors up. Man, we scorching shit. We immersed with the gas, yeah, we torching shit.
Fire flames when we spit, niggas know we lit. Lot of money, lot of trees, gotta keep the L's lit.
No frail shit, tracks, we the real shit. And we go nuts with the bars like a trail mix.
If the shit ain't broke, don't gotta fix shit. Always on our toes, I promise, nigga, we don't
Said he wants more, well, I sold all the flavors. Split them like Garcia Vegas. We all said the A up, my niggas be major. Mean, I shorten the combo, I talk to you later. No presence of phonies, you niggas is on the official. No notary, fuck if she calling me, no, I'm gon' hang a one in the chain, but going on beats. Giving my pain, the fuck with the fame. Let's look in the mirror. The reason they fear us, cause niggas are lyric. If ever together for hemp and the coat. Playing the heat, but I plan for the coat. I know it goes nice and I pray for this growth. The king for the guys and the starting the show. Never could sleep till my niggas is on. X with the passion, we're talking to homes. Study your lessons and search for your light. Gotta decide if it's worth the fight. Next I'm gonna holler at Dame and merchant, right? Used to get hype off of merchandise. Triple it up if you're working right. Religion that come from the church and light. Judge on your lows, they cross out your highs. Touch on my soul, torture the lie. You're not in my sight, I'm rolling the fight. 4 different L's, that's Gemini twice. Screaming more light, nigga, I'm like nothing to light. Alien type, Arabian Nights, nigga that's hot, nigga you not. I plugged in your bot, now exit the spot. Fuck why you lie, now you gon' lie. Chillin' with L, the E and the I.
Doors up, doors up, man, we scorching shit. We immersed with the gas, yeah, we torching shit.
Fire flames when we spit. Niggas know we lit. Lot of money, lot of trees. Gotta keep the L's lit.
No frail shit. Tracks, we the real shit. And we go nuts with the bars like a trail mix.
If the shit ain't broke, don't gotta fix shit. Always on our toes. I promise, nigga, we don't slip.
I can't rap like that. Bring y'all's best artists up. Bring them up.
Go get them.
Bring up your best artists. You know what I mean? You see, bring your best artists up.
Big E, what's happening with you, man?
Bring your favorite artist up and let him do a verses, and I'll show him what to do with that shit.
We here. Man, what y'all know about this right here, man? This is wow, man. I've seen this and this just disappointed me earlier, man. Like, goddamn, man. Goddamn, man. Smash that like a quick what else is right on the page.
That's how we doing stuff these days, B. Hey, Mr. Emmanuel, can you pull it up to the white line, please, sir? Sure. If
Hey, yo, man.
That's how we doing stuff these days, B. Hey, Mr. Emmanuel, can you pull it up to the white line, please, sir? Sure. If
Y'all see it right here, man. I ain't see this nigga, man. This nigga Young LA, man. Right when we giving this nigga another chance, he getting another shot to blow up. How often does one guy get the blow up 2 times off of one song, down there 20 years apart? Shout out to him for that, and shout out to y'all for representing for the homie. But man, come on, Young LA, man. What is this, man? You gotta relax, man. This nigga hit us with a behind the back look twerk shimmy, man. Pause, man.
That's how we doing stuff these days, B. Hey, Mr. Emmanuel, can you pull it up to the white line, please, sir? Sure. If
Hey, yo, man. you see this?
I don't even know who do this.
That's Young LA, man.
I don't know who Young LA is.
You remember he had that Ain't I back in the day with T.I. and Young Dro?
Yeah.
That's him right there, man. He blowing up again on TikTok and everywhere, man. Little kids nowadays know the words to the song. He getting a second shot to redeem himself, and this dude sit up here, goddamn it, twerking and shit, man. Pause, man. Hey, that's them Atlanta niggas for you, man. Y'all Atlanta niggas is different, man. I remember when Young LA came out, man. I was feeling the song, but when I heard him in the interview say he bringing that stupid fruity swag, I said, "Yo, man. Y'all Atlanta niggas is different, man." We'll just say that, man.
It's a different vibe down there, man.
Atlanta niggas is different, man. Y'all be on a different type of time down in that LA, man. You know?
When homies be moving down to the A, bro, I'd be like,
Yeah, I think I'm cool on the A, man.
Yeah.
You know? I think I'll pass on the A. Y'all can have the A. You know? I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, it is bubbling down there for the black people, but man. It's different. It is different.
Right. My nigga Young LA said,
Yeah, I don't know nothing about this shit right here. I do remember the song Ain't I did like that joint. You know, that's back when I was DJing heavy too. So I used to play that joint when I was DJ. So I definitely remember that. I did always wonder because I knew who everybody else was on the track. So I guess, that makes sense because I used to be like, I ain't know one of the dude's names. But hey, man, shout out to him for, like Bird saying, getting the second chance. A lot of artists don't get that chance to
OMB Peasy just
redo their, rebrand themselves. So, shout out to him for that. But yeah, man, I ain't with the gimmicks, man. That's one thing I ain't never gonna support is the gimmicks. Yeah, that's just me personally. I know a lot of people, especially, we in Columbus, man. Columbus, low-key be gimmicked out. A lot of people, they don't like the real shit in Columbus. They like that gimmick shit in Columbus. Unfortunately. It's a gimmick safe city.
Shout
Y'all
out to
wonder
the
why
homie
I do not go to
with the tag, man.
concerts, I don't go to shows, or why I really don't be out like that. I ain't gonna lie. If I ain't going to no basketball game, to BNU West, a lot of security, yeah, a comedy van was hit up in Alabama rapper to be exact. On Big PZ on the roster. And it seems like last night his Sprinter van was hit up in. He was targeted in a shooting in Raleigh, North Carolina at 4 a.m, and it is raising clues, and people are trying to figure out why. Now we're gonna talk about it, and I'm gonna show y'all the videos and everything. But just real quick, y'all know, just hit that like button. You feel me? Comment, tap in if you tapped in down below, and also smash the notification bell. So for one, I can keep y'all updated on this situation, and y'all can just be notified anytime I drop a video, bro. Now, as I said, y'all, we got Mr. OMB Peasy himself, y'all, the one that's been going crazy. You know, rapper that I think he moved to California, but he was from Alabama, and you know, he's I want to say underground rapper, but you know, he's a little known rapper. You feel me? He's been trending on social media, especially on TikTok, particularly for the little trend he got. You know, y'all might have heard this song, all of that wolfing like you bought that shit, better stop. Yeah, him alone. Yeah, him. That song came out in 2017, by the way. But anyways, last night, you know, it was reported that he was targeted in a shooting that happened on Sunday morning in Raleigh, North Carolina, and it's been going crazy on social media. Now, one of the people that worked at the news station said, RPD says a rapper was a target of a shooting this morning at Raleigh Star Bar on Trackway Road. According to the bar's website, OMB Pizza was performing. The artist van was hit multiple times. Several other vehicles were damaged. Fortunately, no one was injured. I've been at the crime scene today speaking with residents and people who were at the party overnight. And then you got people pretty much speaking about it, and they're saying that they were terrified.
Broadway, man, we in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Nigga got this game with, man. You know, me and Tim both for the store. Yeah, we finna go to Raleigh after this. I said it right, Raleigh already. And my dog drunk. Hey, look, check it out. Hey, tell him we on the way. We on the way to Raleigh right now. We on the way to Raleigh right now, nigga. Stop playing. Man, we just turned that up on my mama. You know what's going on. We on the way to Raleigh. You better get that bitch. I might.
Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm Julian Grace. Well, dozens of shots fired. Many.
Y'all hear this dude, man? Y'all hear this dude's voice, man? This nigga voice, man.
Vehicles damaged and hundreds of people running for safety. That was the scene at a Raleigh nightclub this morning on Traywick Road. There it is right there. Now, police tell us it appears a rap artist was the intended target. WRAL's Laura Levine has the latest and speaks with a witness whose car was hit by bullets.
Several hours later, and there's still so much of this crime scene still left. Several vehicles.
Oh, dude, that's just sped up. Okay.
Like this with significant damage, especially this one with this front end damage. And then if we walk this way, you'll find this Sprinter van, which the artist and his team travels in. You'll see that it's riddled with bullet holes. A late night scene, a party after the party at the Star Bar in Raleigh, ended in mayhem. Once we got to the club, I would say about 4 a.m. is when we heard like shots fired going outside.
See, now this is the thing with situations like this, right? And I discovered this back in the day, which is why when you go into an after-hour situation, that is a recipe for disaster. There's absolutely no reason to still be out in public consuming alcohol after 2:30 a.m. It just ain't no reason to. And you know how chicks is, because they got a chick talking the whole demo right here. Y'all just want the night just to go on forever. Y'all don't want it to never end. But you niggas like going to after hours too. And my experience with after hours is very dangerous. And you couldn't pay me to go to after hours nowadays. I mean, you couldn't pay me. You know, not unless it was like one of the homies and like, you know, everybody in there with, you know, type shit. It ain't like just random people coming up in there. No security, no niggas ain't getting. Some niggas is getting patted down. Some niggas ain't. You know what I'm talking? Nah, I ain't putting myself in no situation like that. And here we go with these rap dudes, man. I mean, bruh, the young brother got a song talking about basically bodying niggas. And I'm not saying like, you know, niggas been making songs about, but I'm just saying though, you make a song about bodying niggas and it falls over into the streets, and then something like this happens. This is another example of what I be talking about when I be talking to y'all about violent radicalization. We do not want to be made the face of homegrown terrorism. We don't want to happen, man. Trust me. You don't want to be the face of homegrown terrorism, my young black brothers out there, man. You know, because let me tell you something, although some white boys and other groups of people out there emulating y'all through y'all's music, y'all style and way y'all rap, ain't no white boys going on drills on white boys or Mexicans on Mexicans or Asians. It's just not happening. Well, we will be hearing about it. You don't see white boys actually sliding on their ops. Or it's just not getting reported on. How about that? All right. You hit the OMB Peasy, L?
No, not at all.
And that's correct, because you don't ever hear about these guys until they either one get caught up in some shit like this or they come up fucking dead. I've never heard of this dude until today. Right? Just more fuckery, man, you know. But let's get to the next story, man. Shout out to the homie O'Shea Duke Jackson, man. You know, I seen something on this earlier, so I was like, we're gonna listen to what our homie O'Shea got to say about it.
Tracy Ellis Ross grew up very privileged. Not everybody can have Diana Ross as their mother or an American music executive like Robert Ellis Silverstein as their father. But Tracy Ellis Ross grew up in both worlds. Her mom, an African American Baptist, her dad, who was Jewish, grew up in a very protected environment on the West Coast in Los Angeles. She was so privileged, she ended up attending Brown University. If you guys didn't know that, that's an Ivy League school. All of her connections allowed her to do very well in Hollywood, from her stint on Girlfriends and Blackish and other comedy series. And if you think about it, she's half black and half white, meaning that she grew up with a lot of different people in her life. It should have been easy for her to date, right? Well, no. Tracy Ellis Ross is 52 and has never been married or even had children. And of course, she's talked about this before on shows, and all of this recently came up in her podcast appearance with Michelle Obama and her brother Craig Robinson, and their podcast is called IMO, aka In My Opinion. Tracy
Michelle / Michael allegedly Obama and her brother Craig has a podcast.
You said what happened?
Tracy Ellis Ross went on there. Huh?
You said what happened?
I said Michelle / Michael allegedly Obama Robinson and her brother Craig Robinson, I believe that's his name, have a podcast. And on the podcast, they had Tracy Ellis Ross. Fine. I ain't gonna lie, man. People say whatever y'all want about Tracy Ellis Ross. She is a fine ass lady, man. Body is just out of this.
Her body is crazy.
This is crazy. You hear me? And she's actually very beautiful too. She looked like Diana Ross. She looked more like Diana than any of the other ones. But let's go.
Tracy Ellis Ross discusses the very reasons why in today's world she can't get a man.
And you know, as much as grief does surface for me around not having children and not having a partner, I still wouldn't want the wrong partner.
That's a great point for people to hear.
I'm not interested in that. You have to make my life better. It can't just.
That nigga Craig Robinson said yes. Yes. Pause.
Be, you know, I'm in a relationship to be in a relationship. So even though the grief does emerge and that comes and I hold that, I think of what I've done and I think of, I woke up every morning trying to do my best. I didn't wake up one morning and be like, I'm going to mess this day up.
That's right.
So I must be where I'm supposed to be. And I don't know. Sometimes I think of all of the things I've done, the courage that I've had to have and what I've had to learn how to navigate as a single person with no one to hide behind.
Yeah.
And it's built a really beautiful experience around me, and I have incredible friends.
So in this,
well, right now, this is what I'm gonna say right here. You know what I'm talking about? And this is right to some degree. But here we got Tracy Ellis Ross, who in my opinion is known for thirst traps. You know what I'm saying? And I love it. I love when she posts her scantily clad pictures, man. Because she looks good. You feel me? It'd be different if she didn't look good. Then it'd be like, man, what you doing that for? But, you know, keep doing it, please. Please keep posting those pictures, Tracy. I absolutely love it. But, you know, and it's just another example, man. Like what you think is important, man. You know, a lot of y'all chicks have been told to, and I'm not saying you shouldn't do this, because I would never tell nobody not to do what their heart desires as far as pursuing their career, their goals, their dreams, their aspirations. I would, you know, but I just think it's time, and we living in now, that we got to kind of like really think about and look at what's important. You know what I'm saying? You know. And what I'm starting to see online a lot is a lot of chicks in Tracy's position who then chased this career, this whatever success, and became successful at it, all to end up 50-some years old with no kids, no husband, and online crying about this shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean, just a guy like myself, just ask myself, like, as fine as Tracy Ellis Ross is, ain't nobody skeeted up in that. Ain't nobody knocked her up. You know, it's a possibility she probably can't have a kid, you know, whatever. But, you know, you just start to beg the question, though, you know what I'm talking about? But, you know, you heard about this interview, El?
Nah, that's Michelle Obama, right?
Yeah.
I've been hearing stuff about them, but nah, I ain't heard about this.
You said you heard stuff about us. What you been hearing about them? I ain't heard nothing about them.
What, Jennifer Aniston?
Nah, I ain't hear. What you talking about?
Hey.
Look it up.
All we're
gonna get to it after we talk about what I'm about to go to next. Hey man, listen.
I'll let you do what you do. I've been hearing a lot about the Obamas. I can't.
So, El, what's your take on this? El, what's your take on this, though?
My take on this one, hey man, like Bird said, you know, very beautiful woman. Seemed like she got it all together. Like I really became a fan of her work. Like I didn't really watch the one show that they was on, Girlfriends. Julie used to watch it.
Right.
But me, you know, her and the light skinned chick, I forget her name. I thought they was, you know, really cute. She seemed like she was cool. She was always like a funny type, you know what I mean, comedian. And then Blackish came out, and that's what kind of revived and took her career really to the next level in my eyes.
Right.
That's when I really started paying attention, because that was a show that I actually liked. I watched, and I thought she had a real meaningful character, even though she, you know, it was a comedic show. I thought it was dope, because I'm the one who always say, like, we don't have enough family-oriented shows, and I think that's kind of a factor in the way why society is the way it is, because, you know, me and Virgil, we might be a little older than some of y'all watching, but we had a lot of shows on TV, from, like, The Cosby Show, Different World, you know, even Martin. It wasn't a family show, but it was him and his girl and his homies. It was more, you know, Fresh Prince. We had all these shows showing, you know, Black excellence, Black families. Now it's like the shows that rule the TV screens that we hear more about is like Love and Hip Hop and Housewives and, you know, Hollywood, all this type shit that don't have no real significance, or it doesn't have like any pictures of us in good light. It doesn't show like the family picture. And I think that's what kind of loosened up the family values coming out of the 90s, going into the 2000s, where now it's acceptable. And I mean, not saying it wasn't acceptable back then, but it was less common for people to be in this position that she's in. You know what I mean? Back then in the 90s, most people was family oriented. Now people would say, oh, well, now we don't have to stay in relationships that we don't like and all this. But I also feel like it gives people an excuse to not put the work in to build strong relationships. You know, and I'm not saying that the rest of the relationships was perfect in the 90s, not by any means. But I will say in the 90s and before that, people worked harder to keep the relationships in order, you know, for the family more than they do now at a way higher clip. I don't even know the percentages, but I'm pretty sure we can all agree on that just by the dynamics of the family nowadays. Now it's more common to not have a family structure.
Yeah.
You know, and be accepted. Where back in the day when you was having, you know, it's funny, I was just talking to Julie about this the other day, like, somebody in her family was kind of like, I guess they was down because they don't have kids or like, you know, a little over 30, like 30.
She older or something?
Like 33, 34. She's been with her dude, you know, they ain't married yet, but they, you know, been in a real healthy relationship. And I'm like, well, if you've been in a real healthy relationship, that's what it's about. Like,
right.
You know, and then you want to get married first. Like the whole order of the family structure is normally been to, you know, find a partner, get married, have kids, and then, you know, do your family and all that. Like get your career first, find your person, get married, then have kids. It's so normal that people just, yeah, that's the perfect world, but that's the normal family structure. Now it's even more common just to have kids, you know, and not have any family structure. And I think it, you know, sometimes it is a detriment to the kids because they, you know, they don't have the structure to see how a healthy family operates. So when they get older, it's hard for them to learn how to operate in a healthy space as kids, to know how to work for a relationship, work towards a relationship, work to keep in a relationship.
Right.
And I think that's where society is at right now, where, you know, we almost can't blame the way that the structures are now and the way that our kids even view relationships. You know, now relationships just aren't taken as seriously as they once was. And I think that's where this plays in the part. You know, even though she grew up in our era, you know, Tracy is our era. You know, she might be a little bit older than us, but she can't be too much older than me and Virg. You know?
I'm 43. I know she got to be like 51, 52.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She can't be more than 10 years older than us. So she grew up in a very structured environment, but she also grew up in an entertainment environment.
She's 52.
Yeah, 52. So, you know, she's 10 years older than me. And she grew up, Diana Ross, she was married, wasn't she? For the most part of her life, wasn't she?
Yeah, to her father.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. She was a superstar, you know what I mean? Like, you know. But hey, man, when you're in that entertainment industry, when you are, you know, we see a lot of shit that goes on with these superstars, and I think that's what started it, man. You know, a lot of our people started getting a lot of money, and then relationships just ain't important to a lot of people. You know, the career becomes the number one thing, and I think that's a thing with women nowadays is that their career takes over, and is way more important than, you know, having families.
Right. I think that's kind of sad too. You know? And just like Elle said, man, it's kind of out of structure though. But at the same time, you know, who am I to tell somebody to not pursue what they want to pursue? You know what I'm saying? But understand that comes at a cost. If you want to be a career woman, you want to be a boss chick, you want to be like a corporate owner type bro, you want to be on a chair board, have a title, you got to understand it's going to have to be an exchange for that. It's going to be some sacrifices that have to be made, you know, because that's man shit, like I always say. Being in the corporate world, that's man shit. It ain't even designed for y'all, man. And in exchange for being in that world, you're going to have to give up something, man, and that's going to be your femininity. You know, I don't care how many Gucci bags you got. I don't care how many Louboutin heels you got. I don't care how many goddamn fucking Mark Jacobs or motherfucking goddamn Tom Ford suits you got. None of that.
And while you talk about that, we see what China just exposed.
Who?
Y'all think they think they getting Italian leather.
Oh yeah.
They getting Chinese leather shipped to Italy to get a stamp put on it, and you know, that's one thing I could say. You know, me and Bird, now I will say, you know, I know when we was younger for sure, we used to be buying these $500, $700, $1,000 fucking leather jackets, and you know, we used to spend money.
Shots, the Pellies.
Some shit. I still got some of it. Like we used to buy a lot of shit, and nowadays it's like I couldn't believe I was spending the money on some of that shit. You know, I guess I did it because I liked it. I didn't do it to really like. See, some of y'all really do it to impress other people. We did it because we really just like this shit. Like, that shit dope. You know what? Let me go get me one. I like that shit. But also, when y'all start chasing these brands and shit, y'all lose yourselves. And then y'all start doing anything for the money. And that's where you lose your identity. And I think that happens to a lot of these people. I just seen somebody online that was talking about it, and she was trying to knock people like, well, you know, people don't like it, and they're talking shit about this China, like, you know, buying designer brands because you can't afford it and all this. And it's somebody we even know, but I was looking at the post, and I'm like, that ain't why, like, you know, because she got mad because she made a post that was trying to like talk shit about people, but people started getting on her posts like, nigga, you just like, you act like you ain't just see that they just telling you that a lot of that shit you buying really ain't no different than the knockoffs that you trying to clown people for, and that you think that your status is higher. Yeah, you paid more money. You showed that you could pay $1,000 for a purse. Yeah, you showed that. But now that you finding out that that same purse is worth $5
handbag
to make,
costs just $30. Chinese factory.
She was low-key having a breakdown online. You know what I mean? And trying to defend herself, and she ended up looking silly in the light. So that's the thing. Like, we didn't buy it.
Have the consumers been duped all along, and TikTok just exposed the con? Turns out your $3,000 handbag might cost just $30 to make. Chinese factory insiders are going viral, revealing luxury brands are slapping massive markups on products made in their own factories. One whistleblower showed a made in Italy bag secretly made in China, then shipped to Europe for the label. They're calling it trade war TikTok, a digital clapback as the US hikes tariffs on Chinese goods. Have the consumer.
Oh man, I do it. See, I do it, man. I do it, man. I ain't never been a designer type guy. This just ain't my thing, man. You know,
when you really fly, you can make anything you wear look fly. Like
that's a fact.
You could go. I could go to fucking Walmart and put together a fit better than some of y'all niggas in designer.
That designer shit is weak to me for real too. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I see some pieces. I'm like, oh, that's fly, but for the most part, like,
yeah,
nah.
Especially them shoes. I be like, some of them
shoes is crazy. The shoes is crazy. I don't know how big shoes became like a thing, but clearly while I was gone, big ass shoes became a thing.
I would never wear no clown shoes like that, bro. Like them big ass, what the Louis shoe, like them shit don't look nice.
Whatever they is, man.
Just for the label, like, nah, bro. I'd rather get me a look. I'll pay the $200-300 for some J's before I pay for some $1,000 for some shit to look like that. I'm sorry, and y'all can say whatever the fuck y'all want. Right. That's just the way I feel. Like, yeah, that's cool.
I would rather wear local brands, man. I would rather wear some Cousin Bougie, man, or some Dreams Don't Expire, man.
Whatever. Like,
some shit like that. You know what I'm talking about? That's what I would rather do.
I could rock some New Balances and look better.
Shout out
than
to
them
my
shits.
homie Nick. Shout out to my young homie Marvin, man. Both of them been on the show, man. You know, I'm talking about Columbus, Ohio bred fashion designers. You did. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see me rocking both of the clothes on the show. You know what I'm talking about? And I got some new shit too. I got some new shit.
First, you got the ostrich joints. Like, yeah, man. If you want to get some shit, get some custom joints. You know what I mean? That's what I like. You know, our homie me, he was the first one doing the custom Nikes out here, man. And Supreme stole the style.
Rest in essence to meet, man.
Yeah, man. I remember rolling out the AJ Wright to buy hats. He used to get the hats for cheap, $5-10, and go cut the logos out at the house and paste them on the shoes. The drug dealers were going crazy. I remember I had me a little quick pair of like shits.
Yeah, I definitely had me a pair of them joints.
Yeah, them shits was exclusive. That's the type shit we like. We used to like having our own shit that nobody else had.
Now, man, it is whatever I want, Sophia. It's whatever I want. It's me focusing on being the best me that I can be.
Michelle Obama breaking her silence on speculation she and husband Barack are on the outs.
Our lives are not that exciting.
The former First Lady directly addressing split rumors with Sophia Bush on her podcast, Work in Progress, admitting that her newfound independence after a life of public service is probably why people are talking.
I have to make sure the girls are okay.
Inauguration in January, fans of the famous couple became concerned.
This couldn't be a grown woman just making a set of decisions for herself, right?
Right.
That's the thing that we, as women, I think we struggle with, like disappointing people.
Man, shut up, man. They dancing around that shit, man. I ain't even gonna go there, man. We're gonna.
Hey, well, pick a load. Hey, man, pick a load.
I ain't gonna sit there and say that, man. You know.
It's yeah, we ain't gonna get into it, but I just know that I've heard some of this shit. Like Bird said, I ain't addressed it. I ain't saying nothing, but it is crazy that that's even floating around. Some things shouldn't even be floating around, but yeah, it is what it is.
It definitely is what it is, man. That's crazy.
But that just shows you ain't nobody above none of this shit, yo.
That's a fact.
You know, everybody hold people to these high standards. That's why when people used to be like, you know, black love, I'm like, man, y'all better just focus on love.
She off the mic.
About to listen to this track by my brother King L's featuring my brother Glisten Guarantee off of that goddamn it. You understand me? Off of that goddamn it, the legend of Don H. You know what I'm talking about? Rest of the essence to the homie Big Don. You understand what I'm saying? Let's go.
White lines, and she ain't standing up. Crown stamped on it, got my branding up. Don't panic, East Atlantic, this a different standard. This couldn't go better if a nigga like me planned it. Pushing P Mark 16 on your calendar. It's halftime, put the rest of talents, bruh. Time to celebrate, complete another lap. You know I see everything, ooh, I needed that. I like a stance on her. Play your calls right, pop a couple bands on her. Listen, I heard all bad bitches of Hibachi. Get kicked out the wit, talk too much like Takashi. Plays made in Kentucky, I'm a wildcat. Virgil with the flow, how I style that. Can't compare me to a local nigga. Global talk, all trill. What's your total, nigga?
Let me show you how it go, ride. Keep it G, nigga, making sure you don't rise. Taking long flights while we on this long flight. $250,000 if we talking about a quote price. Yeah, let me show you how it go, ride. Keep it G, nigga, making sure you don't rise. Taking long flights while we on this long flight. $250,000 if we talking about a quote price.
Now niggas hating cause they can't get a feature. Freak ball heads coming out of alopecia. It's nice to meet you. Let's play a game of keeper. Big bank, take little bank. Say I ain't the greatest on the island by yourself. Flash by Hank, custom wall paint, that's minimal rank. What they all think, touch more countries and states. Mine always said finish what's on dinner plate. When them lies exposed, I was with them other minutes, squares to a circle, I done really hit a centerfold. If it's on my brother, no. If you need, I'm on, bro. That be second nature, God put that in my soul. Dreams turn reality, bones in the soil. Better switch a spot if the bubbles start to boil. The gang get hard reflections, aluminum the foil. Even when they wasn't, I still remain loyal.
Let me show you how it go, right? Keep it G, nigga, making sure you don't rise. Taking long flights while we on this long flight. $250,000 if we talking about a quote price. Yeah, let me show you how it go, right? Keep it G, nigga, making sure you don't rise. Taking long flights while we on this long flight. $250,000 if we talking about a quote price. Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta get that quote price, man. $250 ain't enough, man. You feel me? $250,000 ain't enough, man.
Ain't enough for us.
You did?
Matter of fact, that's, I'm putting that on tomorrow. Tomorrow we listening to that. Yeah, we on that tomorrow.
What you talking about? What you talking about?
The Summer's Mine. I gotta bump that tomorrow. I was on the Trill Vibes today, so tomorrow I'm on that.
Oh, you was on your Trill Vibes today, so you gotta bang that tomorrow, Paul. Let's go, man. Hey, man. Y'all heard about this, man?
Ooh, I don't think they take that here.
Of course they take Discover. It's in the past, baby. Investigation into a mass shooting at Florida State University. A memorial now honors the 2 people killed and 6 others injured. This afternoon, police say an active shooter opened fire on the campus. And tonight, police say the gunman's mom works for law enforcement, and investigators say that he used her service weapon in the attack. Katie Wise reports.
You know, you grow up and you do these shooting drills all the time, and it's now you experience it again.
Students and teachers scrambled when shots rang out Thursday afternoon near the Student Union building on the FSU campus in Tallahassee.
I didn't see the shooter, but I saw the kids running away. I heard some screaming. And the shots, like 3 rounds of like 5 shots, and then 7 shots. So it must have been some back and forth going on.
Officers quickly engaged and wounded the gunman, identified as Phoenix Eichner, believed to be an FSU student.
Our citizens should feel some degree of comfort knowing that your law enforcement agencies are going to respond and do exactly what we did in this case.
For Leon County Sheriff Walter McNeil, this case hits close to home. Eichner is the son of one of his deputies.
Unfortunately, her son had access to one of her weapons, and that was one of the weapons that was found at the scene.
This is the neighborhood where Deputy Eichner lives with her son. Phoenix was more than a child of law enforcement. He was a fixture in the Leon County Sheriff's Office, engaging in several training programs. This shooting quickly reignited the debate over gun control, with supporters demanding Washington take action. President Trump said, quote, "These things are terrible," end quote, but made his position clear.
As far as legislation is concerned, this has been going on for a long time. I have an obligation to protect the Second Amendment. I ran on the Second Amendment, among many other things.
Florida State canceled all events Thursday and home athletic events through Sunday, while the community grieves and processes what happened.
Crazy, man. You heard about this, L?
Yeah, I heard about this.
This is wild, man.
That's what I'm saying, man. I always revert, man. It should be nobody on any school properties with any weapons outside of law enforcement or trained security professional. I'm always repeat that, and I'm always stand by it. I don't agree with these things. Me and Virgil, we lived in the Columbine era. We heard about all this. It just wasn't as normal as it is now. And I don't care what nobody says. we had bad shit go down in our day. I'm not saying that we didn't. I'm not saying we didn't have shootings. We didn't have stabbing. We had all this shit. There ain't nothing new under the sun. Ain't nothing getting reinvented right now. But what we will, and we all can really look at and say and agree on, is it wasn't happening at this high a clip. And I know we could say that, oh, we didn't have cell phone cameras as much. No, we didn't have, this shit wasn't running like this, man. It's happening damn near every week. You know? And I just don't want these kids just to think that this is something that they can do, man. It's just not healthy. It's not healthy for them. It's not healthy for society. People losing their lives. I'm just not a person that stands behind that in any way, man. Even if this dude, you know, come out and getting bullied, because most of the time that's what it always comes down to. You know, me and Burns lived through the Columbine era, man. You know, cats getting bullied and coming back shooting the whole school up, man. That ain't no reason, man.
Wow.
I don't care how. I'm just, that's just where I'm at. You know, deadly force should only be met with deadly force. That's the way I was always taught. All the trainings I went to gun classes. I've been to CT Dub classes 4 times. I know those laws very well. I just took one a year and a half ago. I know how the laws work in that favor. You are only supposed to use deadly force if deadly force is what you're met with. Even if somebody's beating your ass, you get in a fist fight. You lose the fist fight. Then you go to your car to get the gun. You come back and shoot up because you lost the fist fight. That's not justified. Anytime you go to the situation, you're not justified. Initiate the situation, you're not justified. The only time you're justified is literally if somebody is using deadly force on you and you retaliate with deadly force. It has to be equal, deadly force and deadly force. All right? That's just the way the law states. That's the way it should be, too.
That's a fact.
You know? You cannot just use deadly force just because you feel like your life was threatened and nobody had any type of deadly force going on toward you. You can't do that.
I mean, but you actually can, because George Zimmerman definitely got away with that.
No, George Zimmerman they was in a fight.
I mean, how can you corroborate that though?
I mean, that's another thing that you couldn't corroborate. Nobody actually saw it. So now, and then that's what they teach you in the gun classes. If there's no witnesses, now that's one thing they do say in the gun class, very clear. I've been to 2 of them that definitely said that. If there's no witnesses and you were it, it's better that person goes down to you, because what can happen in some of these states is you could be protecting yourself and you shoot somebody that is threatening your life and they could sue you. So there is instances where if you don't, I'm gonna just tell y'all, because the gun class is whack. But the George Zimmerman, I knew that was gonna happen. I remember cats was getting mad because I told him, I said, bro, this shit, he gonna get off. I knew he was gonna get off. I called that as soon as it happened. When I looked at the case and I read the case, they said exactly what happened. I'm like, oh, he getting off. Because there's no eyewitnesses. And he got into a scrap. And if you get in a scrap and somebody's on top of you beating your ass, now, to me, yeah. And I was a stand your ground state too. You know, which in Ohio, it's like that too. But you also have to be, like I said, in fear for your life and prove that you was in fear for your life. George Zimmerman was getting his fucking ass beat by Trayvon. And a scary motherfucker like that probably was in fear of his life. And it's fucked up, you know. But I knew that situation just wasn't a good situation by the way the courts play out in that state, especially. And when you go see us in Ohio, we had similar laws. So when you go to the CC Dub class, you get the CC Dub class for Ohio and Florida. So you learn what the Florida laws too when you go to the CC Dub. Yeah. So I learned. That's how I know all of it. That's how I knew about that. You know, because Cass was trying to speak. I'm like, bro, I took the classes. I went to the fucking classes, and they, you know, you learn the laws of Florida here in Ohio because it was similar laws. So like we was allowed to carry our weapons in, you know, the CC Dub. When you get it here, you good in Florida with it too. So I already knew that. That's how I knew that case. Because I knew what the laws was. Like I said, y'all got to know the laws in the states that you in too. That's the thing. That's why I always say, even if you ain't going, like people think that you got to go to these classes just because you got a gun. No, man, go to these classes to learn your fucking laws and what you can and can't do out here. Pay that little $50 or $100 so you can know what you can and can't do out here. It's worth it. Invest in your life, man. See, the thing is, we invest in all this bullshit. We invest in bottles. We invest in and we all this shit. Invest in your fucking livelihood, things that'll help you live more efficient and understand what's going on out here. Invest in yourself, man. We should be investing in ourselves more than anything else first. Before you invest in stocks, any of this shit, invest in yourself and the knowledge that'll help you move a little smoother out here in society. You know, that's what, you know, I gotta shout my pops out for shit like this. You know, my pops was the one who always told me to do shit like this and encouraged me to, he the one who encouraged me to go to the gun class. Just carrying my shit. I got me a gun. I'm cool. You know, I'm good. He's like, nah, go learn the laws of the land. You know, because he's a military man, so he told me some of this shit, how to use it, how to do what I do with it, how to fire it, how to hold it, shoot it, all that. He taught me that. But you need to learn the laws. If you're gonna be carrying that motherfucker, learn how to carry it the right way. Learn what you can, what you can't do.
Oh man, Piccolo said, man, just say this white boy shit.
Yeah, y'all better, man. Yeah, it's it, man. It is, and it is. But what's crazy is, as we just saw in the earlier clip, you might have been late. This shit just happened where the kid opened the door and he went into school and popped the cap.
In Dallas.
Right out of Dallas. It ain't just white boy shit no more. Like now it's every kid. So that's why I'm saying y'all gotta protect yourselves. And now the shit happening, we was having issues out here. Well, those was like seeing ops and shooting in the mall up in Polaris. I know y'all don't know what Polaris is if you ain't here, but Polaris is like our upscale, one of our most upscale malls. And these cats was having real live main shootouts in the fucking mall. Like idiots. So learn your laws, man. Because it's crazy. Some of y'all might be able to get away with some of the shit trying to do if you know the laws. To be honest, you might be able to get away if you know the laws. But if you don't know the laws and you out here just moving recklessly, they're gonna sit your ass right in that box for 25 to life.
Yeah, you're gonna definitely be in the box for sure.
15 to life, whatever they give you now for shooting. Now they be putting y'all back on the street quick so y'all can do it again. Because y'all gotta also remember, man, this prison system is now y'all motherfuckers in the prison system, it's a fucking traded commodity. So now they get paid off for sending y'all dumb motherfuckers to jail. They get paid off for this shit. The state gets money to send you to jail. They get 30 to 60,000 a head, and they only spend about 10,000 to keep you good in there the whole year. So they making money off of y'all easy. Now y'all the easiest commodity to make money off of in the jail system. So they cool with y'all doing what y'all doing out here and locking y'all up, and the state getting the money off of every head locked up, getting grants to feed y'all, and they getting $30,000 grants to feed y'all and only feeding y'all about spending about $5,000 to $10,000 on y'all a year, $10,000 a year on y'all. They cool with that. That builds your city's economy. Y'all going to jail is building the economy up, and you ain't getting no money off of it. Your family, nobody. And they love to see y'all. That's why our prison systems ain't meant to rehabilitate you. It's meant for y'all to come back 80% click, to go right back to that. That is design, y'all. It's a design system. These are the type things. Now, I love it. Like Verge said, what NBA Youngboy did, it was cool, but I'd rather us start investing into some fucking anti-preventative ways to keep our kids from even going to jail and really instilling that. And we can't save everybody. We can't. But we need to really get more into that prevention. Shake up and break that damn jail system up. If we really could get into that shit, that would be the most effective way. Y'all talk about people want to really shake up the system. You know how you shake up the system? Eliminate the system. How do you eliminate the system? Stop having the system rely on us. The system is only going to be the system if we keep fucking up. Yes, there's going to be some wrongfully accusers. There's going to be some of those, but I don't talk to anomalies. We talk to the majority mass of this shit. Majority mass, yes, there's cats in there that are in there and ain't supposed to be in there. Yes. But I'm telling you, and Verge could probably vouch for this more than me. There's way more cats that did what the fuck they did to get in there than there is a couple of anomalies that aren't supposed to be in there. Now, Verge, I'll let you go on that. You could speak more to that than me. But I would be willing to bet that there's way more cats that deserve to be in there than not.
Yeah, man. The sad part about that though, who's got most people in there definitely deserve to be in there. You know, don't get me wrong, there's people in there that's innocent, but you know that's not the majority.
Yeah, so y'all gotta stop going there. Y'all, we're building the system. The system that we complain about, we built that shit. And nobody thinks about it. No, it's crazy to me that nobody thinks that. They always say they want to buck against the system. If you want to buck against the system, stop committing fucking crimes. Eliminate the system. Now they got to stop funding these jails. Now they got to stop building jails. But the reason why you keep seeing jails get built is because niggas is going there. Crime is people going to keep doing crime. When Verge talks about getting on the same accord, the first thing we need to do is keep ourselves out here and free so we can be on any type of accord. You can't be on no accord while you locked up. How you gonna get with the program locked up? I think we move backwards, man. We don't even think logically in the way that we try to attack the system and all that. Gotta be smart, man. We make it way easier. You know, the way to conquer is to divide the people, right? The way you could divide the people is either by putting them in jail, killing them, and that way you eliminate the people. You know, they do that with all of our leaders. We see what they did with all the leaders. Y'all think it's a conspiracy theory that all the greatest leaders got killed? But the way that that's even able to happen is because a lot of the leaders got killed because of inside snitches, our own fucking people. Look at the history. All of the leaders that got killed, the information leaked from inside, their own people. From Martin to Malcolm to Fred Hampton, we can go on for days. It's always your own people. Word to Naj, you know what I mean? We are our own worst enemy, yo. And until we look in the mirror and realize that as a people, we're going to keep repeating the same cycle, unfortunately. So, yeah. That's the way we can't build Black Wall Street and all that shit and build it back up if all of our people could be easily duped into going to jail.
Right, man.
We gotta be smart, man. We gotta be smarter. We gotta be a lot smarter, man. And
yeah, we definitely do.
Starts at the youth.
It definitely start with the youth. We're gonna wrap it up, but we're gonna share this last story, man. I've been getting hella stuff. I got a few emails about this. I was gonna save it for the last of the show. All right. I don't know if y'all know, but Katy Perry, some other chicks allegedly went to outer space
For like 5 minutes.
Allegedly.
Gail King.
Yeah, you gotta know when I first heard this, I was like, get the fuck out of here. All right. This is crazy, man. Yeah, it's all type of people saying that they didn't really go into outer space. Right.
On a distant world, you faced the enemy.
Gail King wipes away a tear as she rides along with.
We'll go back and use that stuff.
Katy Perry is heading to space this morning. She and Gail King, among other women, are taking flight on the New Shepard ship. The Blue Origin launch is happening at 9:30 a.m. today. Some fans, though, think something bad might happen on the flight. Fingers crossed, everything goes well. Katy Perry is heading to space this morning. She and Gail King, among other women, are taking flight on the New Shepard ship. The Blue Origin launch is happening at 9:30 a.m. today. Some fans, though, think something bad might happen on the flight. Fingers crossed, everything goes well. Katy Perry
do be looking good. I gotta give her that.
Definitely do.
She's looking good as hell. But yeah, man, this is crazy, man.
I feel super connected to love. So connected to love. I think.
Ah, that's nice. Hey, I bet you could feel even more connected to love if you gave that money to literally anyone who needed it.
Holy shit, Katie, it's so beautiful.
New
Look.
set list coming, everyone. Give me more money.
Katie.
It's a hoax, man. Everybody saying that.
A couple $1 billion, man, for about 15 minutes. That's crazy.
Katy Perry just went to space, for real. She was part of an all-female crew that boarded Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin rocket. They were in space for just 11 minutes, floated around, laughed, looked out the window, and brought a flower with them. When they landed, Katy kissed the flower, then kissed the ground like she just saved the world. People freaked out, thinking taxpayer money funded it. But nope, it was privately paid. Then came the conspiracy theories. The capsule looks fake. They opened and closed the door just to get the shot. Was it all staged? With all the cameras, the drama, and the perfect landing moment.
Yeah, they're saying that Katy Perry opened up the door. Yeah, man. It says she opened up the door when it landed. Says she opened up the door. See, right?
It's that time of the year. Burlington's spring deals are in the air.
I'll be the judge.
Good?
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Here goes Jeff Bezos to open the hatch.
You didn't really close it again. Hold on, guys.
Get the fuck out of here, man. I don't know what to make of that, man. To be honest with you, I really don't care. It really don't matter if they did or if they not, if you ask me. But, I just thought I'd say that because a couple people sent me this today. I'm like, man, what the fuck? I don't care about this shit. What you think, El?
I don't even know what to think, honestly.
That's where I'm at with it. I'm like, I mean, hey, it's kind of like the flat earth thing, El, like, okay, so I ain't about to get into that though, but
I feel like what they did was they probably, they took a plane ride and just went up a little higher, man. Went up higher. They circled around for a little bit. They broke the clouds and all that. You know, I guess it was dope. But I don't know, man. I don't even know what to think. Like I said, I do feel like that's the type of thing that we talking about, man. I ain't, you know, it ain't my money, so you know, you do what you. I will say I'm also an advocate. What you do, what you want to do with your own money. Like I ain't one of those people to be like, oh, such and such, you should be donating money. No, you make your money, you spend it how you want. If you want to donate it, good. We're gonna applaud you, appreciate you. But if you don't, I ain't gonna look at you no different either. You know what I mean? Like you do what you want to do with your money. You know, that's you. Don't come to me and tell me what the fuck to do with my money either. That's the way I feel. Like you do what you do, that's your business. If you want to spend $1 billion to go fly around for 11 minutes, that's you. I wouldn't. I mean, I ain't got that money to even make a decision to do that. So I can't even speak on that because I can't even do it.
You know, you got all these flat earth niggas talking about something they can't penetrate the firmament. Pause.
Because some people do feel like it ain't really been no real space expeditions. Like, you know, there's some people that I hear that really feel like that shit all do be fake. I don't know. You know, like I said, I ain't been up there. So if I ain't been up there, I can't vouch for it or deny it.
Right.
You know, I do got some questions about that moon shit.
Oh yeah, man. You know, it's all type of stuff. So I just want to just wait to the end, though, because you know I know people been talking about this stuff right here, amongst other things. Some of the other stuff we talking about, but when this came across my desk 4 times today, I'm talking about like, oh, I really want to talk about this. Okay, you know, I'm gonna
the only thing is this, Birch. If they went to the moon, why they never went back and we got way better technology? So that would be my only thing to ask about the moon.
Hey, don't be surprised if they is on the moon and been on the moon, man. Probably people living on the moon. They probably got whole entire cities on the moon. You just don't know.
Yeah.
You gotta think it's the whole side of the moon that we've never seen for the past forever.
Yeah. Or something up there told the motherfuckers that never come back.
And that's another topic for another day. We're about to get about it. Appreciate everybody coming through tonight. King Els, leaving with your last words before we sit up here and get on up out of here, man.
Hey, man. One thing I want y'all to do is only think about and what you can control, the things that's out of your control. Don't put too much thought into it. I think that drives a lot of y'all crazy, makes a lot of people make bad decisions. But I always say that, you know, put effort or, you know, into things that, you know, think about, care about things that you can actually control in your life and try not to think too much or invest too much time or thought or effort into things that you have zero control over, that you cannot control the situation.
That's a fact.
You know, if it's anything I'm going to say, that's all I'm going to say. You know, that's the solution base for content for the night. And that's where I'm gonna leave it at, man. Shout out to Wiz Khalifa, man. That's a dope ass album. Westside Gun.
I'm gonna check that out, man. I got the notification for it today. I'm gonna check it out in the morning, man. While I'm
I listened to that Wiz about 2-3 times. I ain't gonna lie. To Westside only 5 tracks. I listened to that about 3 times too. But yeah, that Wiz, man, he got nice, solid. It kind of take you back to the Cushion Orange Juice days. Like I think it's better, honestly. I didn't think I was actually going in kind of, you know how you go into an album bias because I don't like number 2 type albums and shit. Right. But I was like, yo, this shit, it might be better than the first. And I never really say that about a second album. So I really like that Wiz. I ain't gonna lie, that Wiz is fire. Perfect for today, y'all. Columbus was 80 degrees, so it was perfect.
Right. We're going to get up out of here, y'all, man. Thanks, everybody, for tapping in. Tomorrow, we're going to have some shows, man. We're going to discuss in depth tomorrow our brother Carmelo's mother making her statements and basically her speech she did the other day, yesterday, regarding her son and all of the situation going on. We're going to talk about that tomorrow, man. Smash that like button. I got some other pre-recorded content I'm going to drop for y'all tomorrow. So I'm going to drop like 2 or 3 pre-recorded videos tomorrow. It's gonna be a beautiful thing. Got my brother King Els in the building, man. We got some E.N.E coming on the way for y'all too, Jack. We got some wine tasting events coming up as well. You know what I'm talking about? Tap in and walk with us. You did tap in and walk with us, man. You know, appreciate everybody coming out tonight. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, man. But y'all right here with us, man, and we appreciate that. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening, man. Get home safely if you're out and about.
East Coast City out, babe, all down, yeah, I'm gonna pull up on you, yeah, I'm gonna pull up on you. West Coast vibes, baby, I'm so high, yeah, I'm gonna pull up on you, yeah, I'm gonna pull up on you. Down south, PRT, if you want roll with King, yeah, I'm gonna pull up on you, yeah, I'm gonna pull up on you. If you want to top in the old, let it ride, yeah, I'm gonna pull up on you, yeah, I'm gonna pull up on you. Pull up on the chick like I said, King E.N.E, and you got stacks. We don't give a goddamn about your guys' stats. To be honest, most of your girls got wet. Took the game up and roll with the winners. E.N.E is steak meals, like a little chicken dinner. You ain't never seen a couple niggas this flop now. He was stacks, he's popping like a fish. You know, nigga, vibe, you all West Coast shit. I don't know the Cali Blood, copper West Coast bitch. This is a Memphis girl, copper West Coast bitch. All blued up, like we really West Coast girl. We do this shit with style. That's why the ladies love it. We with the men straight to we got them covered. E.N.E, best flow. King L, stats with the facts, nigga, let's go. East Coast Jimmy out, babe, all down, yeah, I'm gonna pull up on you, yeah, I'm gonna pull up on you. West Coast vibes, baby, I'm so high, yeah, I'm gonna pull up on you, yeah, I'm gonna pull up on you. Down south, PRT, if you want roll with King, yeah, I'm gonna pull up on you, yeah, I'm gonna pull up on you. If you want to top in the old, let it ride, yeah, I'm gonna pull up on you, yeah, I'm gonna. Now you up from top, got the smoke with the cheese. If you know King, you got the roll up for me. Look, I don't really dance, but like that ass roll on the D so high, I wasn't on it, but you know this is me. Just like where I'm from, I got a cinnamon out O. I ain't paid for no intro, but she gave me a show. Pop bottles only if it be the down of the mo. Here for a couple hours, going down on my dough. Look, I don't really know why they envy me. Maybe cause the whole team MVP. Kept the games in your wine, I'm the same OG. Treat the throw like my shoes, keep the thing on me. Game time, now it's my mentality up the salary. Wear the wrong colors in the wrong hood in the casual. With the Malibu, Santa Monica on the beach. Always gotta keep the 40 caliber reach. East Coast City out, babe, all down, yeah, I'm gonna pull up on you, yeah, I'm gonna pull up on you. West Coast vibes, baby, I'm so high, yeah, I'm gonna pull up on you, yeah, I'm gonna pull up on you. Down south, PRT, if you want roll with King, yeah, I'm gonna pull up on you, yeah, I'm gonna pull up on you. If you want to top in the old, let it ride, yeah, I'm gonna pull up on you, yeah, I'm gonna pull up on you. $20 stacks. If you rolling out the way, he can give you some facts. All break, no sense, policy for the six. E.N.E the cheat code, play the game with a glitch. Reverse the flow like I'm in Raven after in this. John B the truth, that's a rhetoric shit. If you're looking in the mirror, you should know what this is. E.N.E the life like the L block and shit. 20 pounds on the shit, they say, but they ain't down, that's it.